Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
Beyond Wednesdays, we got the things to do. Beyond Wednesdays, bring the Wednesday night review. Comics and collectibles, and sometimes comedy too. Yes, it's Beyond Wednesdays, so sit down, what else you gonna do?
The following program deals with a controversial
subject.
The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night review on Beyond Wednesdays. We've got a new comic book day. Look at all those new comic books in John's hands there. Are those new comics from today? Is that your box? Did you pick up your box today?
Oh, no. If you really want to see my box, you're going to have to start another episode. I shit you not. I think I dropped $740-something in 3 weeks of books. That,
wow.
I haven't. I picked them all up today. So,
and that store better hope you don't disappear someday, man. They will be on the hook.
I don't pay the bill. They may be the ones making me disappear. I don't
know. Tonight's session was excellent as normal, dude. I'm going through some. So in the future, we might have issues with the internet. I'm not sure, but I got this new company that came in and installed fiber throughout the whole neighborhood, but they fucking tore up the whole neighborhood. They tore up my yard. They like my whole yard is messed up from it, like bad. Cracked my cement in front of my house, like ruined a paving system. And I haven't even put in their fiber yet. And then they came to my house the other day and they're like, hey, do you want to sign up for this fiber that we're putting in? It'll be faster than who you normally have, and it'll be cheaper. I'm like, yeah, as long as you. I go, I would love to. I'll think about it. And but you guys got to fix my fucking yard first. So I had to go out there and take pictures of everything. It's ridiculous, dude. Anyways, that's my rant to start off the show. Yeah, fiber contractors don't give a fuck. No, they don't. They don't care. Hell no, they don't care. They ruined the whole neighborhood. Like on each side of the road, right before you hit like the curb hits the street, there's like a 4-inch crevice that they just filled, and it looks terrible. It's all fucked up. Yeah, fucking motherfuckers. All right, that's enough. Yeah, JP says sorry, man. Shout out to Jaime. Nice Jordan right there. All right, we have a great show tonight, you guys. And what up, Joe Ed? We have new comic book day. By the way, if you guys are reading Absolute Batman 23 was fucking awesome. We'll talk about that. There was a lot of good books out this week. A ton of great cover buys, like a lot of really, really good cover buys. But a couple other things here and there, you know. So we have an excellent guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. One of the people who we were talking before the show, and I feel like Luther Strode was one of those books that kind of like elevated the whole comic book world in that time period of like the early 2010s, along with many other books out there, where it turned into this world, especially over at like Image Comics and places like that, where there were so many good series coming out at once, and everything was just crazy. It was this weird. It almost felt like a mini a buying boom or a speculation boom. Maybe it was, and everything was trying to be the next saga, this and that. But I think Luther Strode was one of those books that kind of changed everything in comics. And we got to give this guy a lot of credit for at least a third of that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Justin Jordan to the show. Justin, how you doing, brother?
Good. Thank you for the kind words. So yeah, it's exciting. We're coming up on 15 years of Strode, as a matter of fact, which makes me feel very old and decrepit. So
nah.
I know I look youthful, but I'm doing like a Dorian Gray thing, except my picture is my internal organs. So this all looks pretty good, but the inside, not great.
Well, not only was Luther Strode's that book was such a big deal to a lot of people, but also another book that you worked on as well, Spread, over at Image, was such a big book especially for that time period. We kind of talked about that backstage, but you've worked on a lot of books over the years, Green Lantern, New Guardians, Superboy, Deathstroke, Shadow Man over at Valiant, a lot I'm not naming. Recently, Malevolent over at Image, which just had an issue come out last week. Was it last week? I believe
last week or the week before. It's hard for me to keep track.
Yeah, so I mean, you've been busy over the last 15 years, to say the least, and of course, your compadres over there, that your co-creators with the strange talent of Luther Strode at Image as well. We got to give credit to them, especially Tradd Moore, who that was his, I believe, like one of the main projects that introduced him to a wider audience, especially at that time.
Yeah, that Strode was Tradd's first professional work.
Wow.
So when I pitched Tradd on Strode, he was between his junior and senior year at the Savannah College of Art and Design. So he was, how old was Tradd? 21? Something like that. He was a little older when the book came out, because I pitched him on it in 2009, and the book didn't actually make it out till 2011. But yeah, he was a youth. So there's a good 11 years between us in age, so he was much more youthful than I was at the time. So
yeah, I mean, we
have Felipe Sobreiro on colors, and Felipe's been on a real tear lately. Actually, he's working on like the Toxic Avenger series for Ahoy, and he did a Blues Brother comic for Z2 and all that kind of stuff. Felipe doesn't just color; he also draws and does art. So
yeah, I mean, some amazing work from both those content creators, including yourself. But I mean, this series and this character, this storyline has worked through multiple volumes, been through multiple volumes, and very popular throughout the years. As a matter of fact, we were kind of chatting backstage about how when Spread came out, how popular Spread was, and you had mentioned something about Spread and the sales of Spread at the time compared to like over time. And can you repeat that, what you said about Spread and Luther?
Yeah. So it's been interesting with Strode and Spread. Both of them have done really well for us, which we're really lucky with that. They've really resonated with the fans, but they've kind of done so in sort of different ways. What's been interesting about Strode, at least to me, is that it's had a outsized kind of, I'm going to say, cultural influence that might not be the best way to say it. It's one of those things that, like, you hear about Strode a lot in a way that would lead you to believe that it sold sort of massive numbers and that kind of stuff, and it never did. Like, Strode has been interesting that Strode has sold a good but not spectacular amount of copies, but that amount of copies has never gone down. Like, it still sells every year. So, like, over 15 years, we've sold a lot of Strode. But, like, in individual issues, I think we might have had like one 12K issue. Like we never did that. Now, Spread, by contrast, came out 2-3 years after the first Strode did. And when it came out, we went through the closing in on like 40K sold. And the individual issues, the singles of that, sold way more than Strode ever did. And actually, sales on that were really pretty strong up through like the first 12 issues. And then, we started to get some standard attrition then. But on the flip side, while Spread does sell still in trades, it has never been as strong a seller in trades as Strode had ended up being. So it's just sort of fascinating. Like, it was one of those, when the book was coming out, it was a much bigger sales deal, but like Strode has always felt like a kind of a bigger talking about it book, for lack of a better term. I think a lot of that is due to Tradd and Felipe, and that kind of stuff. But like, it's been interesting, and it's been successful in ways that we, could never really have hoped for. I still remember, it was funny when we started doing Strode, since it was all of us's first professional work. I was like, okay, we're not going to sell anything, but if we can get to 6 issues, we'll have a trade, and that'll be like a good business card for us, And then like we went on to do 18 issues of it, 3 miniseries, which was what we intended to do. We could have done more, but like that was the story, and we still told the story we wanted to tell and got out before we got into diminishing returns. And so it really did spectacularly. And then, Spread came along and was just kind of a monster hit. But yeah, it's been amazing. I tell people about that. Trying to think, I have had more than 20 creator-owned series greenlit. Not all of them are out yet. So I think the count of ones that are out is 18 or 19. And it's sort of wild because, like, I have 2-3 of those that have done really well, like, and then one marginal, and then you get the rest that are just sort of like, they come and they get their fans, but they sort of, the sales just aren't there. And honestly, people were like, oh, that seems bad. I'm like, nah, man, like, I mean, I guess, but like, honestly, my hit rate has been higher than a lot of people's, like, and I'm not, I think, for any particular reason related to me, but I was like, yeah, man, to like have 2 successful series that have as long a tail as Strode and Spread does is like rare. Like, that's just how difficult it is to be in comics and try to do that sort of stuff.
Give us the origin of the Luther Strode story and like how you came up with it and that background.
Sure. So for people who haven't read Strode, it's about a nerdy kid who gets a Charles Atlas style bodybuilding course, does it, and finds out that it actually gives him superpowers, but it also makes him the target of a murder cult as old as mankind. But the basic concept, it was a couple of things. One of the first ones was, and this is going to seem kind of left fieldy, but I was looking at certain superheroes and how they operated and how they sort of would operate in the world. And it struck me that it's not entirely dissimilar to like a movie slasher like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees, right? Like, that's particularly true of like, say, someone like the Punisher. Like, yeah, Frank Castle has more personality, right? But like, if he decides you've transgressed, you're gonna die. It's a gun, not a machete, but like, same deal. So we have that. But even like Batman, who obviously like doesn't kill people generally, he is this terrifying figure to the people he is stalking, this sort of mythological thing. So I got to be thinking, man, wouldn't it be cool to do a story about a kid who thought he was becoming a superhero but was actually becoming a slasher? And then I started looking at like, that kind of combined with stuff like, well, what would Peter Parker have been like without Uncle Ben? He's and this is true of Luther, is he's fundamentally a good person, but like, he makes a lot of bad decisions because like, he's a teenager when the first one starts, and he makes teenager kind of reasoning where he's, there. And And so it kind of built out from there. There was stuff about like comic book violence that I thought was interesting to like, kind of do and, look at like sort of the power fantasy that's inherent in some kind of superheroes, which is all very highfalutin kind of stuff. But like that was the creative DNA that went into it. And then I was I wanted an artist with Ryan Otley energy. Because this would have been early days of Invincible. It would have been after Corey, but when Ryan was on. And I was like, kind of looking for Ryan Otley energy. And one day I was faffing about on DeviantArt, and I found a 10-page, I want to say it was 10 pages. It might have been 5. But it was a 100 Bullets story that Tradd had done as a project at SCAD, and he had it up on DeviantArt, and I went and looked at the rest of his stuff, and unlike a lot of people that say they want to work with people, he actually had his contact information. So I just got him an email and said, hey, I got this idea about a kid who thinks he's becoming a superhero and becomes a slasher. Do you want to hear more about it? And then 15 years later, I'm on this show. So
and here's the crazy thing, like Tradd's art works so well with the story, it's unreal. And it feels like it was meant to be almost. I remember that back in the day, and I remember thinking to myself, I mean, obviously the first thing that you see is the art. His art style is so different. But then after reading it and getting into it, I just remember thinking like this is like bread and butter, man. These two things go together so well. And it's lasted now 15 years, multiple volumes. And, I mean, we see like both of your guys' careers continue in comics. You guys are, all three of you guys are continuing, to work in comics, and which is important. But I mean, to have, considering it's all three of your guys' first professional work on one book is pretty fucking cool, to say the least.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, we got really lucky. Like, we realized kind of right away we have what we have always referred to as like the hive mind. Is like we all think about storytelling fairly similarly, which has been helpful. The other thing that worked out really well is that when I had pitched Tradd on Strode, I had maybe the first issue written. So I was able to write most of it with Tradd in mind. And then as we got into the second and third volumes, I wrote them with Tradd, so like it was all designed to be a Tradd Moore sort of joint. So his fingerprints are on it all the way through. And same way with Felipe, like I was writing it with his coloring and his choices there in mind. Which is great when you can manage it. The realities of doing comics make that not always the case. And honestly, when you just like kind of cold pitch somebody on something, and you've never worked with them before, you don't know what you're going to get. You may or may not get along, and you may or may not, even if you get along interpersonally, you may or may not get into that creative groove that you just do with some people. But like with Tradd and Felipe, it all worked great from the start. And like, I realize I wrote Strode, but like since we've done as many editions of Strode as we've had to do, like the upcoming reprint that we're doing, I've had occasion to reread it a lot over the years, and every time I reread it, I'm like, man, this is a good fucking comic. Like, and honestly, that's not always the case with stuff. Like sometimes you read stuff and all you see, especially when you create it, is you're like, all I see is the stuff that sucks. But like with Strode, I'm like, no, this is good. I may have peaked. But it's good.
There was somewhere where I remember like reading somebody had made this term that it's body horror as choreography. Like there's something
great.
Right. I always thought that was a great saying.
Yeah.
And to explain it, because like there is this thing with Tradd Moore's art that makes it work so well, is like you could tell that like he's a good artist and anatomically believable. But also completely impossible to pull off. You know what I mean? Like a
Oh,
lot of the art
absolutely.
isn't gonna ever happen, but you can believe it might happen because he's such a good artist, and he's very good at the way characters bend and different positions, and like the way that human bodies should never bend. But that's what makes the art and the storytelling so much fun as well. And then when it's the way it is like you said, it's kind of like this weird slasher horror storytelling that's happening as well, which is perfect for Tradd's art, and then of course with Felipe as well. It's a perfect like together, you know what I mean, like fits like puzzle pieces. It was great storytelling between all three of you, to say the least. So, but
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the extent to which we got really lucky on that is I can't kind of overstate it. Like, I had pitched Tradd on it. I had approached another colorist about it, and he kind of flaked out on us. And I'd known Felipe from Zuda, to bring a blast from the way back past. Zuda was a project that DC Comics did a few years before Strode. That was essentially a digital American Idol for comics. They would have comics that would enter every month, and people would vote on stuff. And I made it into the finals a couple of times on that, which was very heartening for my ego. But Felipe had been in that as well, so I knew him, and I approached him on it. And he originally did colors and letters for the pitch. And obviously, Felipe was 1,000% the guy for colors. And he's, one of my go-to collaborators at this point. Felipe and I work together a lot. But then Eric Stevenson at Image suggested that we use phonographics for letters. And phonographics also does like Saga, and that kind of stuff. And the thing is like, Felipe's letters were good. They were perfectly publishable and like that kind of stuff. But phonographists were just better. And that's one of those things, like I will sometimes go on about that, about how lettering can be really unappreciated, because like it's this incredibly subtle thing, like the score to a movie sometimes,
Totally.
that you don't notice it until like you get something that's better. You're like, oh shit, yeah, this is better. Yeah, let's do this. Like, so that all coming together was just an amazing like kind of synergy and stuff. It was great. That was, it's not like I didn't put the team together, but also I got really lucky that the pieces worked as well as they do. So,
and then, you when you went to Spread, you brought you and Felipe worked together on Spread as well, which was cool. And who was the artist that you worked with on Spread? Was John Blevins, right? Or Bivens? John Bivens?
It was John Bivens eventually. The co-creator and original artist on Spread was Kyle Strom. And Kyle had to pull back from the book after issue 12. And from 12 on, it was John Bivens, who another person, I didn't know him from Zuda, but we had a thing in the Zuda finals that was, it was funny. It was one of the most read things I had until the last couple of years, just because of the reach that thing had. But John and Felipe and Crank, the letterer, and I we're the Malevolent team now. We're back together for that, but we did the back half of that. So and it was just one of those things. It's interesting to me to compare, especially on the coloring front, Felipe's work on Strode versus Spread, and how they have, and Malevolent, all three of them have wildly different palettes and stuff, and Felipe has just nailed it. There are two colorists I really like working with in particular, and it's Felipe and also Will Quintana, who I worked with on Green Lantern's New Guardian, and then I did Zero Ghost with. And they do somewhat different things, so who I asked for to come on a project is going to depend on the nature of the project, but it's been great. Yeah, did a really good job on Spread, as John and Kyle both did. Yeah, like that was one of those projects where it's like, no, this is exactly what I wanted when I started out to make this book. I was like, yeah, this nailed the visuals. That's whenever I tell people about Spread, I always turn to page like 9 or 10 of it, which is like the eyeball teeth scene, and I was like, if you're into eyeball teeth, you'll like Spread. If not, this maybe is not the book for you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like eyeballs in art. You know what I mean? And always, there's something weird about eyeballs in art that like just like kind of like make you go, oh man, but also like make you go, that's cool, you know? And I remember most of those like moments throughout comics where I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be right up my alley. And I remember seeing Spread for the first time and going through it at this shop and just being like, okay, yeah, this is a series I'm going to check out. And it was kind of crazy because both you know, Strode and Spread had that like crazy thing happen. Well, more so Spread when Spread first came out that I remember more than Strode I don't know if it was happening at the time with Strode, but with Spread, like, but when the comic hit, everybody was like, you have to go get this book. This is the one of the hot Image books. It was the first book that I remember where it became after that book came out, it was like just buy every Image #1. Like Spread was one of those books that pushed that idea for people to be like, just buy every Image #1. Just do it. You're smart.
Yeah, we got. I mean, it's that I keep coming back to the luck thing, but like with Strode, we were right at the beginning of that like sort of Image wave, and then when Spread came out, we were really when that started to crest, and that did very much become the thing of just buy all the Image #1s and stuff, and a lot of cool stuff was starting back then. You know, that's the era of like Saga and Black Science and the books that Greg Rucka was doing with like the Old Guard and like a couple of years later Velvet and that kind of stuff. So there was just so much neat stuff. The stuff that Rick Remender was doing back, and you know still does do cool stuff, but like you know Black Science and that sort of thing, and you know was all going on. And of course over at Skybound, you know you had Walking Dead doing its thing, really was, you know, becoming its own deal, and you know, Invincible was chugging along. So,
yeah, it was this weird world: Walking Dead, Invincible, then Saga, like Saga, and it was just this weird thing. And I remember, speaking of Remender, like he became one of my favorite creators when Fear Agent came out. I remember Fear Agent just being like, oh my God, how great Fear Agent was. There was just so many good comics coming out of Image at the time. Not just Image, of comics in general. It was like this weird, like new golden age, it felt like. And you know, Strode being one of those books, you got a big deal getting ready to hit. You've got not only the Treasury edition coming out, but also like this anniversary edition that you guys are doing with a bunch of variants and stuff. And when does this when is FOC? Is this FOC next week?
No, FOC I think is the first week of September. That'll be out October 7th, I want to say. I'd have to look at a calendar. So I think FOC is in a couple of weeks. So we're coming up on it.
So what's the plan with this?
Yeah, like, October 7th is the street date for that.
What was your thoughts on this, and how did this kind of come about?
You know, it was funny. We realized it was the 15th anniversary of it. So I have to go back to Spread briefly. Is that Spread had its 10th anniversary a few years ago, and we just missed it entirely. And so, like, Eric Stevenson was like, "Hey, do you want to do something for some 10th anniversary?" I'm like, "Well, it was last year." He's like, "Oh," and then we did the compendium of Spread. So the Strode thing was on my mind, and I was actually asking. I was like, you know, it's been a minute. Maybe they'd be into like doing a reprint of the first issue of Strange Talent, just to like, you know, kind of commemorate it and stuff. And I was surprised at the amount of enthusiasm the Image had for it. Actually, they were like, "Yeah, let's go, let's do it." And it was actually them that suggested the Treasury Edition thing on newsprint, which like those Treasury editions are cool as shit. And frankly, Tradd and Felipe's art, like deserves to be in the big ass edition. So I was all for it. I have long wanted to do like an artist edition size of like spread just for Tradd and Felipe's work on it.
I love
or
that
for
it's in
Strode.
newsprint too. What a cool idea for it, you know?
Yeah, that was Stevenson. So we thought about, we're like, well, who are some artists that we really like and, you know, would maybe could get it? And we pretty much went down the list and got like everyone. I was like, you know, I've loved Nick's art since East of West, and obviously Absolute Batman is the most gigantic, mega crazy hit in comics in decades. So like there's that. So, and that's the Nick Dragotta cover there. That's Ricardo López Ortiz's cover. He is Tradd's good buddy and an incredible crazy artist. And he might out Tradd in terms of crazy energy, possibly. Don't tell Tradd I said that. And then Ian Bertram has done such cool shit. Like he did, you know, House of Penance, and then he's more recently done Little Bird and what is the next one? Something metal, Precious Metal, something like that. Darcy Van Hogel. I don't actually know how to say his last name.
It's funny because like you named two other artists that kind of fit that Tradd Moore types. Like there's certain artists I think of that kind of all fit that category. Mannix, Tradd Moore, Bertram, Dragotta, Daniel Warren Johnson, like this weird thing that we kind of talked about earlier where it's like, you know, weird body styles and movements and very like, it's comic book art. This is the type of comic book art I love, really stylized art. And then, you know, with Tradd and Bertram, you throw in like this like almost Jeff Darrow type feel with like this really cool intricate, like where you look at it more and you see even more cool stuff and you know. So I think that you guys picked through some amazing artists. I would love to see, you know, some of those other artists that we mentioned on there at some point. Maybe that will happen with the future, you know, variants or something.
Maybe I'd be down for it. There are other artists that we talked about. Like we discussed Ryan Otley, Corey Walker.
Corey Walker, Ryan Otley,
James Herron, Daniel Warren Johnson, and I mean I know, and Tradd knows James and Daniel, so you know that kind of stuff. But ultimately, like we narrowed it down to these. Absolutely would love to do more covers with those guys and stuff. But there's at a certain point. Now I realize this is maybe heretical in the age of let's have 700 variants. But for me, there was only so much stuff that I could keep track of mentally. So I'm like, we've got like 5 covers for this. Like, plus we've got a Third Eye Comics is doing a variant, and we're having a New York Comic Con exclusive variant that's Tradd. Those are both Tradd again, but they are different covers. So I think we have like 8 covers for this total. So I was like, that's all I can keep track of. So
I don't blame you for
that Ian Bertram cover is so insane that we were like, we floated the idea of making that the main cover to Image. They're like, no, you should do Tradd. I'm like, that's probably true, but look at it.
Hey, can I ask a quick question, Brian?
Yeah.
Justin, has anybody toyed with the idea of ever trying to option this story?
Yeah, so that's another thing that's kind of funny about Strode versus Spread. So Spread has been under option the entire time it's been out until this past year. It has not been optioned since July of last year, but it had been under option the entire like 11 years before that. Strode, on the other hand, is a thing where everybody asks about optioning it and nobody does.
The reason why I asked, because
the
the vibe I get off of Strode when I have, because I read it a long time ago when it first came out, and I remember it loosely almost resembling a very dark version of Spider-Man in a sense. You know, Strode had like the best friend, he had the love interest, he had the bully at school like Flash Thompson. You know, like, but it was all like a much darker version of it.
Yes, and when superhero love.
Right.
Yeah.
And when he
Everything's
went
gonna
at
be
people,
okay.
he was actually way more vicious. It wasn't like he had a governor like Pete did, where he had more of a conflicting, really great, good intention personality. Strode was always like a really dark person. And when I thought about that, I said, if they did option it or do something with it, it would almost be like that movie Brightburn, which was a dark version of Superman.
No, yeah.
But it would translate that your character would be like a dark version of Peter Parker in a sense. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
would
You know,
love to see an animated series out of Strode. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That's what I
so
want to
we
see.
are working on nothing to announce yet. It's not anywhere, but like we are looking into an animated thing. It is funny that you mentioned Brightburn. The guy who directed that was actually interested in maybe doing a Strode thing. It ultimately didn't work out. But I talked to him a few times. He also did a movie. His first movie was called Hive Mind, or maybe The Hive, which is actually a really neat horror movie that I really liked. I also liked Brightburn. I actually liked Night Books and Hive more than I liked Brightburn,
Right.
and not because of the directing thing. I felt like Brightburn could have been more than it was on a script level.
Yeah.
Right.
In a way that, like, if you've read Strode, would not surprise you. So, like, not that this matters for anything, but like the thing that kind of bummed me out about Brightburn was I thought it would have been more interesting if he would have been like evil just because he was alien, right? Like, because he's fundamentally not a human being, right? I think would be an interesting take. Like, him being like brainwashed by the ship to me was like the less interesting version of that story, and I was just disappointed. And it's one of those things where like I try to judge fiction on what it is, not what I want it to be. You know what I mean? But like sometimes you just can't help it. So.
Yeah. What else is going on in the world of Justin Jordan? You have
So
Malevolent,
my other
you
big
have
thing,
this.
yeah, I've got Malevolent going. The 6th issue of that'll be out soon. I just got my comp, so it'll be out in a couple of weeks, and then we're doing the first trade of that, and then we're plotting our future. Me, John, and Felipe and Crank, and then. My other big thing is deathercomics.com and the Deather Comics YouTube channel, which is Deather Comics as a whole is my comics education hub, where I kind of looked at. So, very briefly, I started trying to do comics like 25 years ago, and I tried to make Deather Comics all the resources that I wished existed. When I was coming up and couldn't find. So there's YouTube videos. There's a mailing list. If you sign up for the Deather Comics mailing list, you can get our quick start guides to like writing, comic book format, pitching. Pitching seems to interest everyone. And then we're going to expand that in the future. Like we've got like 30 odd videos already recorded, and it's an ongoing project and that kind of thing.
That's
and
great, man.
There's a Discord for that and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to build that sort of place to find everything for free that, like, you know, we have monetization options, but like I also wanted a thing where it's like, no, if you just want to read this stuff and then do comics, you'll be able to do it. So that's what Deather Comics is meant to be.
Yeah, that's great, man. I love hearing about stuff like this, and we have people all the time, you know, hitting me up with the channel and talking about like, hey, you have places out there that might be able to help me get better at writing or at drawing or this and that, and this type of thing is very cool. I mean, there's a few, you know, the few famous books out there that are always talked about with help people that are, you know, to write and stuff, but there isn't very many other places, and this is a new tool in the tool belt for people out there.
Yeah, thank you. So. Yeah, our goal with it is I want when people ask those questions for people's answer to be, oh, go to Deather Comics. You know what I mean? And that's part of the reason that we have the name and Bob, our little Grim Reaper guy, and that kind of stuff is that hopefully is memorable. And that sort of stuff. And actually, it's gone swimmingly. We launched at the beginning of July, and like, you know, we've had a couple of 3,000-ish viewed videos, and we got 750 subs, which like as you guys would well know, for a first month on YouTube is just knocking it out of the park as far as I'm concerned. So
this video
people
right here,
want it.
bro, this one right here is like perfect. You're wrong about pitching to Image, how to pitch to Image Comics. And like you said, you know, you're just now getting, how long has the YouTube been up?
5 weeks.
5 weeks, and you're already hitting 3,000 view videos. That's amazing. And this is something that another thing I've heard a lot, you know, people asking like, hey, how do you pitch books to Image? Should I take this to Image? Where's a good place to take this book? And so very cool video idea right there. And like I said, 3,000 views on here's another one, 3.2K views. Yeah, man.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been interesting. A little behind the scenes stuff for that. Like when I'm working with my partner on that, like some of those videos, and honestly, like I've been pretty good at guessing which. I'm like, this is going to get views, and the other one is like going to, hopefully. We've got some of those that are like 300. I'm like, yeah, those are meant to get views over years. Mm. And those are specifically for the people who want to get real deep into stuff. You know what I mean? They're that. So it's been interesting that it has actually followed that pattern, because sometimes you're just fucking guessing. So, but I was like, yeah. So yeah, I'm. It's taken us a long time to get it launched, but I am really happy with how the launch has gone. So
that's very cool.
Oh, my other pimping, which is actually more relevant, is that if you go to my incredibly janky website at justinjordancomics.com, you can sign up for my mailing list, and I will send you digital copies of the first trade of Luther Strode and the first trade of Spread. So,
oh wow,
if you want to get the inside baseball of it, we're at the point with those where most of our sales is coming from like the compendiums. So like it makes more sense to use that stuff as the loss leader, rather than trying to focus on single trade sales and stuff. If people also want to buy the single trades of it, I will happily sell them to them. But yeah, so you can read Strode right now if you want to sign up for that. So.
Oh, that's dope. Well, I suggest everybody, well, most people in the chat already have either read it or definitely know about Strode. I think it was, like I said, we'll say it again, it was one of those books that came out at a perfect time, that you know, introduced us to you and two other creators, which is amazing. I love those creator first. I didn't even have to ask you the main question I ask every creator that comes on the show: what is your first professional work? Because it is Strode, which is nice. And you know, we talked about Spread, but you know, you have many other books in your years of doing this now, 15 years of doing this, and you just keep getting better. And I'm looking forward. I'm going to check out Malevolent. I haven't seen it yet, or read it yet, but I'm going to check it out ASAP. And I would suggest everybody, you know, go, if you want to check out Strode or Spread, go to Justin's website and give it a shot. And I think that if you've never read Strode, you're gonna fall in love with it and want to go get that Treasury Edition, because I'm jonesing for that Treasury Edition already. I know that's for sure. I was lucky enough.
I am also really excited about that Treasury Edition.
Yeah, right.
I was like. That's one of those things, is like a lot of times you get comps and you're just kind of like, honestly, if you do as many books as I do, you're like, oh, what in God's name am I going to do with all these comps? But like for these variant covers, and especially that Treasury Edition, I'm like, comps.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to it. And again, that newsprint idea was a great idea. Shout out to Eric on that one.
Yeah, no question. I was like, yeah, that is a solid idea. I said it to Tradd, and he's like, ooh. I was like, yeah, exactly.
I don't get to ask this a lot, and I think this is the first time I've asked this, so I'm gonna ask you, what's it like to work with Eric Stevenson over at Image?
Good. It's gotten better over the years. Eric is a really hard guy to read.
I've heard that quite a bit. Yeah, and he is also, especially in emails, tends to be fairly terse. Well, I suppose that's true in real life too. So it's funny.
to talk about Strode, I sent the pitch in, and as I mentioned in that video on Death or Comics, it was a blind submission pitch. I didn't know anybody at Image, right? So I just like went to the Image submission page, sent it to that email, got a response back in an unreasonably short amount of time. I must have sent the email literally when he was looking at the slush pile, and the response back was, "Looks good. Yeah, we'll publish it." That was the entire green light. There was nothing else. That's Eric Stevenson to me. Over the years, he's done me a lot of solids over the year, and our relationship, I think, has gotten more cordial and friendly. But like, yeah, I like the guy, and like we have similar tastes in comics, I suspect. The stuff he greenlights and likes tends to be stuff that I like. So like it's been good. Working with Image is kind of a trip though. Like the thing that like blows people's minds is like to date, I still don't have a contract for Spread or Strode.
Oh my gosh,
at Image.
Justin, you just hit the big button right there. We have been talking about that a lot over the last couple of weeks, especially I do a show on Tuesday nights about the industry, and one of the things that keeps coming up is how people would be so surprised how little contract talk there is in comics. I mean, even at the highest levels, no contracts.
No, that's and often the case. I was surprised also though to find out that how often that happens in like Hollywood shit. Like for instance, my agent and I don't have a contract. I've been with my agent, and he's made me a fair bit of money, and it's been over the course of like 12 years. But I was like, I said back to the beginning, he's like, "You need a contract?" He's like, "I don't know. You want one?" I was like,
yeah, yeah, I definitely want one.
The comics industry, people would be surprised behind the scenes how much it is not. It is corporate, but it isn't, and a lot of it is like handshake agreements and like, yeah, we're gonna do this thing, and that's like, I'm guilty of that too. I'm also like, I will tell people like, yeah, you should have contracts with your other creators and all that kind of stuff, and I often fucking don't. Like, so
I think,
and like, I'm like, you shouldn't trust me. I'm like, I think I'm trustworthy, but don't take my word for it. We should have a contract.
Good on you, yeah.
So.
Well, I'll be honest. Every day that goes by, working with Beyond Wednesdays in the comic industry and friends in the comic industry, I think that suggestion should be even talked about more. That you should have a contract, especially with a lot of the Fugazi stuff that kind of goes on, behind the scenes. So, a couple of
I've been lucky that I haven't gotten screwed by all that. Like, that's just I do as I say, not as I do situation. So.
Yeah, man, it's interesting to say the least. So, very interesting. Couple of quick super chats I want to get out of the way. Night of Comics says, "Hey guys, miss you a bunch. Survived San Diego Comic-Con." What up, X? Good to see you, brother. And then from Dominic Glover, another comic book creator, he says, "I just found your channel. I'd love to hear you cover the difference between selling to people who want to become creators and those who simply want to be readers, fans, or collectors of the work too." And that's for you, Justin.
That actually would make a great video topic. Yes, we will. We'll do that video.
There we go.
It's been interesting. Comics is one of those things where this is going to seem like a weird comparison, but it's the first thing that comes to mind. Is comics is like bodybuilding in that people that are fans of bodybuilding often wish to be a bodybuilder. Like if you were to go to like a bodybuilding show or whatever, you would find that a substantial percentage of the people in the audience would like to be up on stage. And I find comics is that way too, right? Like there's a substantial overlap between people who read comics and people who want to make them. It's not the majority of people, but it's enough that like it's a thing. And one of the things about Death or Comics is, so we've sort of have this strategy, and this doesn't really answer the question. To answer that question fully, I'm going to have to think about it, and we will actually make a video on it. But when I was doing Death or Comics, we have this balance between essentially commentary about the industry, explaining how the industry works in a way that entertains people that they're going to want to view, and instructional videos, right? Like, and we consciously go back and forth between them. And that is, for that reason, there's a lot of people who want to know about the industry. And so you got to cater to them to a certain extent, and then kind of winnow that down to the people that want to be in the industry with the other videos. So it is an unusual strategy for like a YouTube thing. That the sensible, usual advice would be to just focus on the things that we think are going to get views. But that's why I think it's important that those videos, even though they're only getting 300 views versus 3,000, it's important for them to be there, especially in the long term.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big deal. So I love that. Well, there you go, Dominic. Make sure you you follow and subscribe to the channel and to Justin's channel. I would suggest everybody else do. We dropped the link in the live chat. I'll put the links in the description below as well to your webpage. So if anybody wants to go check out Spread or Luther Strode, you can reach out to Justin on his webpage for that. And then of course coming up, I guess October, and then FOC in September. Is the 15th anniversary for the strange talent of Luther Strode, and these beautiful covers. I mean, this cover right here is like Tradd Moore perfection. Like this is, I instantly see this cover, and I'm like, Tradd Moore. That's Tradd Moore.
It was really dope to see Tradd and Felipe revisit the characters. So the one. I don't have an image of it for you guys right now, but the variant we did for Third Eye Comics also has like Petra on it, which is the first time Tradd has drawn Petra in, I don't know, 10, 12 years. So it's just rad coming back home. And it's also just neat over the years when he's done these new covers and stuff for the Strode stuff to watch the evolution of his art on those same characters, which has been kind of great.
I feel like he is one of those artists to me that could, if there was no comics, he would do just fine in the modern art world, like gallery artist type deal. And I'm surprised that maybe he has done gallery art before, and I just don't know about it. But I feel like, he could do that type of, I see him up there with like, Alex Pardee, Ron English, those type of guys that are just putting out amazing stuff.
He's done he did a thing for I think that was actually also a comic, but like he's done a gallery showing at the Philip La something gallery in New York. You'll note I am bad with names. I am also bad with my own characters' names.
I think that was last year that he did that during New York Comic Con. I could be wrong.
He didn't do it during New York Comic Con. So last year at New York Comic Con, it was a Mike Mignola thing, but it's that same gallery. He had done his gallery showing at it earlier. Yeah. I went to the Mignola thing. It was neat. So I'd have liked to have made it up for Tradd, but I couldn't make my schedule work.
I mean, this image right here is just, where is it? Fantastic. Look at that.
That's cool.
Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So again, make sure you guys check out Luther Strode. And
can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Of course.
I do want to note Tradd is writing and drawing and maybe coloring his own entirely him series at Oni. Its name escapes me, but he's got a series from Oni coming out next year. So,
awesome.
Oh man, that's special. I was lucky enough to and I told you this in the email, Justin. I did my first panel at, well, actually no, it had nothing to do with that. My first panel. It was, I went to go see another panel. And I went early just to go cool down and chill out. And I got to sit in on Tradd's panel at San Diego Comic-Con, which is very cool. I think it might have been with Oni, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Oh,
but
probably was. Yeah.
yeah. But it was very cool. I didn't get a chance to go up and introduce myself, but one of these days we'll have to get you both on here. Maybe when the anniversary edition comes out and the Treasury edition comes out, we'll get you guys both on here to talk about how great it's doing and what people think of it. I would love to do that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I think if we can get the schedule right, Tradd would be into it. He seemed like he wanted to do this, but like just couldn't make the timing and stuff work. So
yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, my friend, and thank you so much. Now that you've been on here once, we're gonna bug you to come on here again, and we're looking forward to the 15th anniversary stuff. I'm looking forward to checking out Malevolent and whatever else you got coming in the future. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is fantastic. It's a great idea. You guys can go check it out, Death or Comics on YouTube. The link is below. And then make sure you guys, go order the 15th anniversary of The Strange Talents of Luther Strode coming up soon, along with that Treasury edition. So, Justin, thanks for hanging out with us, brother. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having
on.
me. This was lots of fun. I really appreciate you having me on.
Hell yeah, brother. We'll talk to you soon, my friend. Adios.
All right. You guys have a good night.
That's pretty dope, man. That series, I remember both the Strange Talents of Luther Strode and the Spread series just being like these special books when they came out, and of course introduced us to Tradd Moore, an amazing artist, and it's going to be very. Look at this guy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
what up, Joe? How you doing, bro?
What's up, guys?
You just missed Justin.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good, brother. You're good. But yeah, so that'll be interesting. I love this whole thing where, like, even I'm getting ready to ship out some of the giveaways that we've done, but even when Bad Idea does the newsprint and on comics, I just love the newsprint thing. I know, I think Mark did that for one of his free comic book days. He did the newsprint. It's just, there's something special about that feel of a comic, and that not having that smooth paper. Even though we like when that smooth paper came out, we're like, oh, this is it, But there's something about that feel of, like, we talk about. A lot of people talk about, reading comics or reading the digital version. And one of the things about reading comics is that, like, I don't know what it's called, like that, there's a word for it, but like feeling it in your hands and, there's something special about that. And it kind of takes you back to being a kid again, I guess. I don't know what it is. Who knows?
Bad Idea does it a lot with their books. They go to that old, newspaper feel. It's almost like I don't know if you're looking for the word nostalgic, but it feels like you're picking up something old but new. Yeah,
this newer newsprint is pretty awesome. It holds color amazingly. It's really good.
Yeah. Did you guys? By the way, did you guys get a chance to see the cover of Spawn 77 with Todd and Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, dude! Holy moly! That's badass.
That's the version that McFarlane inks over, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's nice.
That's fucking cool.
And,
I love the color.
I got to get that 1 in 500, man. Double signed.
That's a 1 in 500?
No,
the 1 in 500 is double signed by McFarlane and Mark.
They're doing the whole signing thing that they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So which is super cool. But man, that looks great.
It's going to be a pricey book, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be
This
pricey.
is just a variant or what?
Yeah, that's
Exclusive?
the variant. That's the variant. They showed a couple of more of them. Let me see if I can find it. They didn't show a lot. They just showed
a 1 in 100, a 1 in 250,
a
1 in 500.
So they did the old school one, which has his original. Yeah. How cool is that?
That's fun.
So that's the Mark Spears, Todd McFarlane version. There's an updated of the 1977 by Todd. There is an Emma Rios cover, a blank sketch cover, a 1 in 25 retro logo variant by Todd, which I guess is this one maybe. A 1 in 50 variant by Todd, a 1 in 100 by Todd, a 1 in 250 by Todd, where it has a McFarlane signature, and a 1 in 500 foil variant of Mark and Todd with both autos. So, yeah. How cool that is. That's so cool that like he kept that, he has it, you know, like I just love shit like this. It's along the same lines of the J. Scott Campbell, you know, yearbook stuff, the Rob Liefeld comic he did when he was in high school, you know, that a couple copies got out there. Those are the things that like me as a collector just fucking that's my FOMO. I'm gonna FOMO over that type of shit.
Sure.
So cool. So we're hoping to maybe put something together where we get Todd and Mark on at the same time. We're working on that. We're crossing our fingers on that one. That would be pretty epic to have those guys come on and talk about the series together, which would be sweet. Did you guys see this? This is a BotCon variant comic that they did. BotCon 2026 issue 5, a Pulp Fiction homage. I don't know much about it. I just saw this, but I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty fucking dope.
It's a fucking Transformer, bro.
Right?
Really
All those
Who?
all those BotCon issues or variants sell for a very big, you know, nice little come up on some of those books.
There's something about this that makes me like you look at it. There's no Skybound or Image logo. They don't have the Autobot logo on her at all. Like,
Let's take a look. Let's see if we can find more information about this.
This is an interesting thing. I'm sure the guys in my Transformers
Here we go.
if we talk about it.
Here it is right here. Yeah. BotCon, missed the con, bring your joy, show 'em with you.
It says unlimited something. It said something anthology or something.
Is there an artist?
Comics, exclusive comic magazine.
Okay, so this is not like a
real comic, no.
What I mean,
or a real Energon Universe book.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's take a look here. Here are the variants at BotCon.
I mean, no, this is just Unknown Comics.
Oh, but it says here, BotCon 2026. Unknown Comics is heading to BotCon. We're bringing an arsenal of premium, high, limited convention exclusive Transformer variants. We partnered with 4 of the industry's most celebrated artists to craft covers that do justice to the legacy of Cybertron. There's a Nakayama. There is a Segovia, a Pascual Ferreira, and an Alan Qua. Are these probably already been released and they're just bringing them to the con?
I mean, yeah, BotCon was like last weekend, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or was it? Is it right now? Sometime. But
Yeah,
by the way, like those
July
those
10th through the 12th.
Those are official variants. So,
oh, that's cool. Yeah, that makes it better.
but they're not BotCon variants because there is a Hasbro is very protective of the brand and these like the conventions, right? Because it used to be it used to be Transformers Con, now it's like TF Con, so they had to like move away from the naming rights because of Hasbro. So I tried to do a TF Con variant a couple years ago when I set up there, and they were like, absolutely not. I mean, I could do my own variant, but I just couldn't name it. I couldn't put their logo on it, couldn't call it by the name of the show. Like, yeah, very much, no.
Did you guys get a chance, or Clutch, did you get a chance to walk around San Diego at all? The con?
Not too much, no.
That's a bummer, man. I talked to a couple of retailers that were set up there, and they're like, "No, I didn't get a chance to walk around at all." I'm like, "Oh, that's a bummer." But they had these really cool Transformers exclusive. Did you see any of the Transformers exclusives that they had?
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I think I talked about it. The blaster?
Yes. Oh my gosh, dude, that was so cool. Let me see if I can show what we're talking about. This was the Transformers setup at San Diego, and there were some really cool things. Hold on here, let me run through that. That's fucking badass. But there was some really cool exclusives. Let me see if I can show you these fucking exclusives here. Right here, look at this. This is what Clutch was talking about, the gem and the holograms exclusive of Blaster. And the box for it is awesome. Like, look at the box. It comes with 2 tapes as well. 3 tapes, it looks like. That's so cool. And then they had a Optimus that came in a cereal box, like the old cereal. But man, they sold out so quick. Look at this. Here's the... No, wait, hold on. Where is it? They sold out so quick. It was unbelievable. They didn't take very good pictures of the Blaster. Blaster one was super cool.
Scooby-Doo one, huh?
Yeah. But it sold out so quick. So I don't know how many of them there were, but it was pretty sweet. Yeah.
I think they had some on the website too this past week. So the last available copies were up. So
I also saw, by the way, you guys, if anybody wanted any of the cool Oni exclusives, I really like the Fort Psycho comic in a can, and it's available on onipress.com. Now they put some, I guess, a small amount up on onipress.com, and also that Adventure Time book. So I need to go try and grab that Adventure Time book as well.
Nice.
But yeah, both of those. That Fort Psycho comic in a can was so good. Danielle and Joed did a really good video with Matt Kent opening up that Fort Psycho can. It was so cool. So yeah, that was good shit. All right. Let me see here. There was a couple of things that I wanted to show you guys. Did you guys... So this news came out. Beckett sold... We all know that Beckett was sold to PSA Collectors Universe. And the documents have come out on the court filings. And they sold... Beckett sold to PSA for $134 million. Okay? Which is a lot of money. But back in 2022... CGC put in an offer to buy Beckett for $800 to $900 million, and Beckett turned it down because they wanted $1.1 billion.
Jesus!
They went from an $800 million valuation in 2022 to $134 million sale price in 2025.
Wow,
that's insane.
That is nuts. And again, remember, you guys, this shows the type of thing where back in 2022, maybe probably further, probably in like 2015-ish, Beckett was considered the go-to grading company for cards. Beckett got more secondary market value than PSA back then. And this weird thing happened where this flip happened, and I don't know what caused it. But I remember thinking to myself, like, why is Beckett worth so much more than PSA? Like Beckett 10s, which aren't even, I'm not talking about the black label 10s or the pristine 10s. I'm talking about just like their 9.5s. Everybody said, oh, Beckett 9.5 is the same as a PSA 10 back then. And Beckett 9.5s were selling more than PSA 10s. And I don't know what it was that caused that change, or what it was that caused exactly the change from being a $1 billion company to selling for $134 million. Oh man, that is a fucking huge loss, to say the least. Derek says that's like listing a book on eBay for $1,100, declining an offer for $900, then selling for $134.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've all done that. Yeah, done that.
Been there, done that. No, thank you. And then, of course, we talked about this the other day on the industry show last night about the Whatnot thing. Whatnot now the valuation of $20 billion, which is crazy. That two guys from Arizona that were selling Funko Pops out of their garage turned that into a $20 billion live selling company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crazy. Started in 2019, did $8 billion in sales last year, and already passed that in the first 6 months of this year. Crossed 1 billion orders this month. Add 650,000 new users a week. And it's not an AI company, which is amazing. You know, so live selling is becoming this juggernaut. You know, eBay is pouring a bunch of new money. I read the other day where eBay is pouring a bunch of new money into the eBay app. You've got Facebook pouring a bunch of money into this live selling app. Walmart, whatever happened with the Walmart live selling app? I feel like they were really big. Are they still trying? Are they still doing stuff?
I think so. People I've talked to have been are doing some work with them. So
yeah, because I remember like they had this big setup in San Diego. Not this last San Diego, but the year before. And
New York had a big spot in New York.
Yeah, they had a big spot in New York too. Yeah. Then you have this Cuckoo app, which is getting ready that's starting up. All these live selling apps, and especially in the collectibles market, which is kind of where all these apps get started. And then they become more than just a collectibles thing at some point. They change, which is just crazy, absolutely nuts where this kind of has gone over the past 10 years. The collectible industry has kind of just become this juggernaut type thing, which is super cool. Hood, what you got going on, man? Did you go to the comic shop today? You pick up you go to Most Wanted? Stop by?
No, I had to work late today, so I'll probably go tomorrow.
Last night Steven was talking about how they're getting ready to make the move, which is
dude. What? Pissed off, but oh well.
How far is it? It's not going to be much farther
because
than
the shop is like not even 5 minutes from my house.
Bro.
Well,
it's not going to be like 8 minutes, 9 minutes.
Bro, nope. Veto.
No, he needs a bigger shop, man. Dude's killing.
How long has he been at that location?
A couple of years, about 3 years.
Shit's crazy, man.
Yeah,
he's the only game in town, man. Like, and everybody knows Steven. Like, if you're going to compete against him, like it's hard to do because he's got just great credibility with the community and does a lot of things. Like he got the whole theater for the Spider-Man movie, and that was great. I mean, just he was showing Transformers in the middle of the street with a big screen there by his shop. That was badass. I mean, he does anniversaries, giveaways. Just Steve celebrates air, bro. Like, hey, it's National Air Day or Earth Day, and he has bag and board parties, and like, you go to his shop and it feels like
what's a board and bag party?
Where he gets a couple of long boxes from
a collection. He gets a new
and
collection or something,
and they take off all the old bags and boards and kind of clean them up and put them in brand new bags and boards.
That's kind of cool.
And so you kind of he gives you a discount if you find some books that you want. As long as you're helping bag and board, you do that. So,
that's killer.
What else? He's just he's a real good guy. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good dude.
I mean, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Getting to the point where you need to get a bigger store. Your business has gotten that big that you got to get a bigger store, and
And Steve's real humble, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be that humble. Like, he doesn't get too high or too low. He doesn't like, oh, I got this big collection. Oh my God. Like, he's just real, hey, Hood, I picked up this. You might want to see it. And I was like, okay. And then I go through it. What the fuck? Why do you call me an hour earlier? Like, he got all these mama books and oh my God, like 3 long boxes of old Zenoscope, dude. And he let me have pickings. I got all the Campbells and he made me a great deal, dude. I was just like every other book, mama.
Didn't you do a video a long while back where he acquired like a dozen copies of Batman Adventures 12 that you cleaned and pressed for him?
Oh yeah.
Like he gets amazing stuff like that in his store, right?
That was the weirdest bend on a book I'd ever fucked with, dude. And don't get mad at me, Steve. Like he goes, "Are you gonna press them?" Yeah, I'm gonna press them. And dude, he was calling me like 3 hours later. Are you done? What the fuck, bro? And I was like, no, I'm not done. Dude. Fuck, man. But people saw the video with him acquiring the he bought out an old shop is what he did,
right back.
If I can remember. And you'll have to ask Steven next time he's on the industry show. But he just go, hey, Hood, I got 12 of these. I go, 12? Actually, I think he had like 14, but he had sold the ones that didn't have that odd bend. And then he called me up and I took them home, fixed them, and then he sold them all like in 2 days. Just bam.
Any of those got, I was gonna say, any got graded and came back?
He did send a few to for customers that came back 98s. I mean, those books were virtually perfect, except for that fucking odd bend. It's just, and I think it was the way the books were angled in a long box, and I don't think they had a board, or they may have had a board. I can't remember, but he had a whole bunch. I said, "Hey, I'll press them." Because don't worry about it. Like Steve will only want me to press a book if it's like a fucking banger, just like that. Like he's not gonna, hey, can you press Justice League America annual, such and such? Like, no, it has to be like, hey, ASM number 3, like that's those are the books that I press for Steven. So
that's cool. He seems like a really cool guy. I watch him on Brian's show on the industry. And he's
man, he's cool. Clutch has met him. I think he met him in Dallas a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was Dallas. Yeah, good dude.
Yeah.
I like to hear a more input though from him. But you know what it is? I think he's like in the beginning stages where he doesn't want to say much just yet.
It's kind of like you when you came up. Me, I'm like, as soon as Brian press live, like I'm mama, like I'm shot out of a cannon, man. Like, but yeah, he's much like you, John, just real methodical and that's a good comparison. I think you guys would get along pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll
have to attend
both have a good eye for collectibles.
I'll have to attend one of his bag and board parties.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. You come down to Corpus, man.
All right.
But
I've been saving.
Get Mark in the store.
Oh yeah, right.
He did that. He's doing Steven talked about doing a midnight release for midnight. So And he
Oh,
did
for
that Mark
the
II.
new the what you call it, the body bags. Is that what you're talking about?
No, for Midnight, the
Marvel
Marvel series.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those when Steven does the midnight, he gets a great turnout, especially during school day, man. Like it's wild, man. Kids were there and I was like, shit, man.
Eggplant says he's kind of quiet, but he will come out of his shell. Eggplant, you're right. I'm going to force Steven and John both to talk a little bit more, and I'm going to force them to get some mics because we need to hear them. Whatever they have going right now doesn't work very well. So,
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't told them shit. You used to tell me shit all the time.
well,
dude.
you got to give them a little bit of time to see if they're working out, but they now know, especially John.
Testing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Favoritism.
But
you never close your eyes. No.
I've been saving some.
Hey, did you see Liefeld crash out on that guy?
Yeah,
bro,
what were
that
your
was
thoughts about
awesome,
that?
dude.
Rob effing Liefeld.
Bro,
Yeah, that's Rob
what the
being the
fuck
goat,
happened, dude?
doing goat things, man.
Goats?
You know?
I mean, come on.
Don't bro me.
Rob's the goat, bro. The goat.
Clown Town, dude. Clown Town. It's such a bad look, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I'll say it. Like I like Rob in most respects, whatever. But like, dude, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
it wasn't that great to say the least.
Not a good look, man. You can hype yourself up and be like, oh, I'm Rob F and Liefeld, but dude, you just seem like a, fucking Abe Simpson just yelling at the fucking clouds, bro. Like, calm it,
Well,
dude.
I would love to know what really pissed him off because, and by the way, King Chase is in the chat. Shout out to King Chase. King Chase is the guy that caused Rob to lose it. But
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Send him a link.
Yeah, get him on.
He said, so what's funny about this, and I'll play this whole thing again, and what I want to know is like, what caused him to kind of like lose his shit for a second? Because before this happened, somebody had came in and said, hey, Rob, what are your thoughts on Absolute Batman? And he kind of like gave it like, from reports, I haven't seen nobody recorded that part, but he gave it like, oh, I like it. I like the creative team. They're doing a good job over there. And that guy went and posted that response in an Absolute Batman forum, and all the people from the forum went over into the live and just started talking about Absolute Batman constantly from what it sounded like. But let me go ahead and play this for you guys. Here we go.
Never doing anything with Absolute Batman. Take that all the way to the bank. I would do an Absolute Batman cover for $1 million. Okay. So it's definitely not happening. Guys, what a waste of my time to draw Batman.
And King Chase said, when are you going to draw Absolute Batman cover, man? And he just lost it on him. So here we go. He says this again. He says,
waste of my time to draw Batman. What an absolute waste of my time. Whatever Batman it is. Do you think if I did that, I'd have an 8.5 hour line? Oh, I got one without it. Okay. On 3, on 2, on 1. Guys, I'd rather take meetings with people who want to make movies of Brigade and Bloodstrike and all that other stuff.
So it's the only thing I can think of is that something
trying to see what I'm hearing.
Something pissed him off, and he had some type of meeting with them, and the meeting didn't go the way that that it kind of he expected.
Like he probably got rushed with a bunch of people in his chat, and he got overwhelmed and whatever. Like, it's also, I mean, the other thing is too, dude, is like, think about it. Do you think that they would invite him to do a cover? Like, I don't, he's burned his bridges on other publishers. Like, is it the chance that like maybe he asked to do one and they're like, nah, Rob, we're cool.
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah,
because DC is very selective about the artists that they do use on these books, right? They have a list, and you have to have done a certain amount of stuff. Like maybe they're just like, yeah, Rob's not, where we're at with this thing right now. So,
by the way, speaking
stuff, like he would absolutely do a awesome looking Absolute Batman if he did, and if he did it as his own book and his own release, like they'd slaughter.
Dude,
so it's silly to push you away.
I feel like you just said something that not a lot of people realize. Think about Rob Liefeld Cable, like how big he was and how massive he was, and the
Yes.
shoulders and everything about Rob Liefeld Cable. And not the first Cable, because his first Cable sketches, he was very like small and thin, but you know, Cable became such a big thing. Like that's what Absolute Batman is. He's Cable size Batman. You know what I mean? Like it was perfect. It was fucking perfect.
It's also funny too, because like, you know, the other thing is you think about it. I'm actually trying to find a book right now. I have a couple here. Did you see the Absolute Batman homage with Bad Rock on it that's floating around?
No. Let me see if I can find that.
Search it up. It's I think it's a Youngblood issue, but it's Absolute but it's Bad Rock in the pose. It's freaking cool.
All right.
You know?
Let's see here. Absolute Batman.
That'd be your absolute
right
Batman
here. Is this
right
it?
there.
Yeah, this is it. That is fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Badass.
Sweet. I got a copy and I was like, this is rad. So, you know, it's just one of those things. But also, like, you know, like I think, and someone in the chat probably knows, but like, I'm pretty sure like Rob trashed DC a lot after he left after the New 52 stuff. So it's like, I don't know, man, dude, you know, burns bridges with other companies, and it's like, all right, of course I'm going to do all my own stuff. Like at some point, like, you know, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I think my love for Liefeld is so much about my childhood, and not my childhood necessarily, but like my love of comics and how like when I got into comics, that was what was going on. It was X-Men #1, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, New Mutants, or sorry, not X-Men #1, but Rob Liefeld, New Mutants, Jim Lee, X-Men, Todd McFarlane, Spider-Man. Those were the things. And then J. Scott Campbell and Joey Mad kind of were the next thing that I like. There's something about that. And then the other thing why I love Rob so much is because he does say, you know, some of the things he says we don't agree with. And this is one of the things we don't necessarily agree with, shitting on, you know, your fans kind of like that. But he doesn't give a fuck. He's got that fuck you money, fuck you receipts, fuck you track record. And he's just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And it's very evident. And a big part of me loves that.
I love when he said the guy called him dude or something.
Oh, it's coming up
I'm
right
not
here.
Your dude.
Yeah.
I'm not your dude, and don't call me bro.
You know what's funny about that? My best friend's dad, who was like another father to me, used to always say that. Every time one of us would say dude, he'd be like, don't call me dude. That's what he'd say. Don't call me dude.
I don't need Batman. I've never been a Batman guy. I walked away from Marvel and my career only got bigger and hotter and stronger. Okay? Straight up, work for hire is garbage. I'm not into it. Yeah, I get it, King Chase. I understand it, and you got my answer, dude. Call me dude again, and I'll. You know what? I don't. You got to go.
So
I'm not your bro in the bar. Okay. I'm Rob effing Liefeld.
We got to make a Rob effing Liefeld Beyond Wednesday shirt, bro. We got to.
No, it's got to say I'm not your.
I'm not your bro. Dude, don't call me dude. One of the okay, so I've saved a lot of things over the past couple of weeks that I want to share with you guys. You know, like some cool art that I found and stuff on social media. Yeah. Starting off with this, check this out. An African lizard looks so much like Spider-Man it doesn't seem real.
Dude, that's badass, dude. Somebody spray painted the poor lizard.
Native to Tanzania, Rwanda, and Kenya.
Bullshit.
It's famous for its striking red and deep blue colors that closely resemble Marvel's iconic superhero. Male lizards display these vibrant colors during the breeding season to attract mates and defend their territory. Yeah.
He shoots webs out of his ass.
Look at that, dude.
I believe it's more that color on the bottom.
I want to see the Venom version.
So
venomized lizard.
All right, art. So this is Todd McFarlane put this out. This is a Scorch cover C of Scorch 54, by Raymond. Is it Raymond? I think it's Raymond Gay. Yeah, Raymond Gay killed this cover. Look at that. How dope that is. And so what he says here, featuring the newest villain to join Spawn universe, the Prince of Cats. He's wearing a cat skull.
Meow.
Look at how good that cover is. With that trade dress and everything. That black image eye. That's such a good cover.
Dude,
I'm looking.
What kind of cat?
It looks like a lion right there.
Yeah, dude.
Bengal tiger.
A big cat.
This is fucking awesome. This is from Matthew Allison, goes by Kankor on IG. This is
bottle?
a 5x7 marker piece that he did. Oh, this is from Athena. What is this? What is this? Let me see what this is. Athena Sean. I don't know which artist did it, but that is fucking fantastic right there. The way this was done by markers, the way the skull looks like it was painted. I love these two images.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So I thought that was dope. Let me get rid of this. All right. This is Tilly's Technique. Completed digitally and retro supply paper and texture. I just love that look of Spider-Man right there.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that look. It just looks really good. Next, I got a couple of tattoo artists and tattoos. This is from a tattoo artist, Kyle Warwick. I don't know if he did these tattoos or if this is from this tattoo artist, but these are badass. Look how good those look. The color. I hope those are real and not just AI.
It doesn't look real to me.
But yeah, I'm with you. But it's a cool design. Speaking of tattoos, that is sick right there.
That's a tattoo?
Micro realism Spider-Man tattoo by Hugo Tattoo. Look at this. So this is the guy's art. A tattoo.
Oh, look at a Deadpool.
Look at these, bro. Look at that.
Bro.
Yeah, that shadow effect is dope. I like that. Oh, look at the web too.
Yeah.
Nice little white ink.
Dude, that is fantastic.
Dude,
look at this one.
Me, dude?
Here we go. He's showing how he does it. Oh, wow. Is that like a single needle tattoo gun? That is fantastic.
Dude, it's the way Quintana signs his autos, dude.
The shadow is awesome on it. It's so good. So, very good job. This is crazy. Yeah. Tyler Tilley. This is called Alter Ego. That is creepy as fuck.
That's gonna be.
That's absolute Batman, bro.
Right?
Want to bet that's a cover one day?
Hey, man, I'm cool with it. If
Wait,
it is.
wait, go back to the bug eyes, dude. That's
so
fucking
cool.
awesome, man. Oh, that's how it.
Oh, Jesus.
Look how good
That's
that
cool.
is.
Gotta have the gold teeth of Batman, dude.
Bro.
Alfred.
I could see him doing like a Rascal Randy cover, just based off this. How good would his Rascal Randy be? All right, this is
Oh, good lord.
Dayon Kim.
Mama!
Oh my lord, look how good this is.
Dayon!
Danny
Wow.
Kim. He or she goes by Danny. Danny Kim art.
That's awesome.
Bro, get on it, Clutch.
That's a
Mama!
Look at that. Fantastic.
God damn.
Crazy.
Aaron
That woke me
Conley.
up.
Look
Ooh,
at this.
Mama.
Look how good that is.
Go back
all
to
the
Dayon
different,
Kim, bro.
look at all the
What
characters.
the hell? Damn, dude.
Every turtle character. I don't know if it's every, but there's a lot.
Street Sharks are in there, right?
I don't know if the Street Sharks are in there, but they should be. Look at Krang.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a Mondo. It's
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's
full color
poster.
image for this year's Mondo San Diego Comic-Con poster. So this was
Oh,
a poster
wow.
for San Diego.
That shit was sold out quick. I guarantee it.
Yeah. So good. Look at the Krang body. You're like, what's going
Wow.
on here? The Gecko guy, Mondo Gecko, was one of my favorites. Yeah, man, really cool. Next.
Dude, have you seen the Turtle G.I. Joe like collab?
Oh, they're
toys?
awesome, bro. They're amazing.
Unreal.
Amazing. This is Travis Charest.
That's good.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He
It's
is
the Outlaw Josie Wales right there, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Well, that's a good call.
That is totally that.
Bro, that's badass.
And then this is sick,
Oh, that's cool, dude.
right?
Like if that was a cover, I would buy that fucking cover quick, dude.
After 2 weeks on this Western garbage and its mount, I don't know who necessarily did this. Maybe UUWTA. It was obviously done digitally, but that's a super cool image. Very cool. I love that cartoony skull style. There's a couple.
Dude. Look at the horse,
I
bro.
know.
The horse is badass, dude.
Well, there's even more coming up like that. But look at this is
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
Yeah, this is that artist Nichos, and he did this mural. That's fucking awesome.
That's sweet. That's so cool.
Dude,
I love
that's
the
a
web. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of skulls and stuff, look at that. This is Kosuke Miyagi.
That's cool.
Yeah. I love that. Badass Juggernaut from that Tilly's same one that did that Spider-Man. That was so good. I love that Juggernaut. Juggernaut's such a badass
So
character.
old school
Yeah.
Ramita kind of feel.
Yep. Yep. Look at this. Sketchcraft.
Wow.
Rob Dunas, who goes by Sketchcraft, did this
That's
sketch
sick.
cover. Fantastic. Have you guys seen Sketchcraft's IG? Like, look at that.
Wow.
Very like Umberto Ramos mixed
Mhm.
with
Scotty.
Scotty Young. Yeah. Right? Very.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like that's a guy that could do a dungeon crawler, but
He did the
or dork.
the Rat Fink homage from Spawn Kills. You remember that? That was a San Diego Comic-Con variant. But
This
look at,
guy's
I mean,
good,
just
man.
yeah, look how good his.
Dude, I would so buy that. What
No, I
Sketchcraft?
can't see this.
Sketchcraft.
I don't need to spend money on art.
Bro, look at that Spider-Man, dude. That is fucking fantastic,
Dude,
man.
he's got such a cool style. Like, look at that Nightcrawler.
Dude, you gotta be kidding, dude.
I love this guy's style. Look at that Sabretooth.
What's that Invincible? Go look that. Oh my goodness. Go
Yeah.
down. Look at the Invincible.
Which one? Oh, right here, Adam Eve. Yeah.
Yeah. Adam Eve.
It's cool.
Mama.
Oh, bro, look at that. Kind of like Scud. This.
Yeah.
Possible.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So I follow this guy Sketchcraft on IG. He did that amazing. I think it was like 2024, 2023 Spawn
Oh,
Kills.
look at the Battle
Spawn.
Beast, dude.
Yeah, the Battle Beast is sick. That dude, look at that Skeletor. Speaking of Scotty Young,
That's really
yeah.
cool.
Bro, Leg would so buy that.
Earthworm Jim. There you go. Look at that. I actually sold recently one of that Spawn Kill. This one right here. I sold one of these recently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's an Invincible. All right, moving
Dude,
on.
I gotta get some of this guy's art.
This is that Tilly's Technique guy again with a Polaris. Love that.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you watched X-Men 97?
Yes. Love it.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
like episodes with Polaris in it. Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, awesome.
This is okay. So Alex Garcia, illustrator on IG, goes Alex Garcia _ illustrator. This is the artist that created the Beyond Wednesdays logo, and I love his art. He's got such an amazing, cool style, and I love
Wait
this
a minute.
piece
I
right
think
here.
he was in Corpus, dude.
Is he in Corpus? Corpus?
No, he was.
He was?
If I'm thinking it's the same guy.
He's got that really cool cartoony style too that I love so much, and just he's really good artist. I love this. Look at that. That's really good. He did it. He would be a great Dork variant cover artist. I'm surprised nobody's reached out to him for Dork. You know, very, very cool. Like that's dope.
That's so good.
Look at this one. He's soggy. That one's great right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
Look at this Spawn one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this one's good too. Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists. I love all the stuff that he does. I'm so grateful for him for the way that the Beyond Wednesdays logo came about. Is he was just watching shows and he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, you can use this if you want. And if you want to use it, great. If not, whatever. But if you want to use it, here you go." And I was like, "Bro, are you kidding me?" And it ended up being the logo for the show. He did such a great job. So, Alex Garcia.
Oh, do you what some of his art reminds me of? Do y'all remember the FYE toys where it's like whatever iconic character and then half of it's like X-rayed?
Yeah,
and you like see their skull.
Totally.
That's what his. Yeah, I could see him like doing like the box art for those figures if they still make them.
Yeah, totally.
It's cool.
Yeah, very good stuff. This is crazy.
Wow.
This almost reminded me of like Frizen style art.
I thought it was Frizen.
Yeah, right. Casey Weldon. This is called Sun Choked.
It's bonkers.
Yeah. We'll show him more art from Casey. I love the color. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's sick.
Just beautiful stuff. Almost looks like a nug in the shape of a cat, right? Oh, it is. Look, OG Meowna. Meowiwana. That is awesome. Wow.
It released on 420. That's
it
even
did,
better.
yeah. So good. Look at that one. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, great artist. Casey Weldon. So go give them a follow. This one's crazy. Federici. Look at this. That's not gonna play, is it? But that is just gorgeous. Crazy. And then this is Jeff Whiting art. And that is just a beautiful, like, red Monica piece, to say the least. Goes by J-Dub. Take a look. Wow, look at that Battle Beast.
Oh, he's all ready to do the blue inks and everything.
Look at that. That's a great Deadpool.
Oh, that is sick.
Oh, man. Look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That looks like that Finch piece from that guy that has all the DC like headshots.
Yeah. Just fantastic. Really good stuff. What is going on here? Why isn't this working? There we go. All right. So this artist, he goes by 412 Legend on IG. He posts these posts of him just when it's a slow day at work, he does art pieces. Look at that.
That's crazy good.
And let me show you guys some more of his work. Let me go up.
Man, how slow is his work if he's able to do a drawing like that?
Oh, he doesn't show any of his other drawings. Where's his other drawings? Usually he's got a bunch of them that are really dope. But all right, and this is Phil Jimenez. I always love Phil Jimenez's art. It's just fantastic, and I love this. Mystique. It's got all these other characters in different poses that are close to Mystique. Just very, very cool design. Amazing rogue sketch, old school rogue sketch or art piece. Beautiful Storm. Phil Jimenez is a beast.
So good.
Yeah. And we've got this. This is a tattoo design from Dr. Quest.
Mm.
I mean, that would be a crazy tattoo, right?
It is insane.
I mean, it definitely looks like tattoo artwork, but I don't know if I would get something like this tattooed on me.
And then,
I mean, but
Erica
I'm just
Slaughter,
not a big.
would. Don't lie.
Huh?
I said if it was Erica Slaughter, you would. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I'm feeling naked on this side of the arm now. So
Yeah.
if you're a tattoo artist, hit me up. No, I'm kidding.
Did you guys see this? This McFarlane Hulk toy? This is badass.
Oh, is it from that like line of statues he's doing with like different comics?
Yes.
Like where it's based off of whatever comic cover.
Yep. There's a couple other ones. There's a Spider-Man one that's it right there. There you go. Right there.
Okay. I kind of like the idea of these lines for statues and stuff like that. It definitely is better than the those diamond statues that were kind of like the get your collection started.
Mm-hmm.
Starter line statues, I guess.
JP Jaime says, I just picked that up tonight. That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. This is
they have a gray
amazing.
One. That's kind of cool.
This guy, illustration on IG. That is fantastic right there.
That's
super cool Spidey piece.
Do you think they're an illustrator from Australia or something?
Probably. Ian Hung. Ian Hung. I don't know how you say the last name, but let's take a look at his other art. That Spider-Man is awesome. That one's kind of cool. Look at that.
That's cool with the transformation too.
Yeah. I really like that Spider-Man piece. The Spider-Man piece is fire. All right, this. Misfits fan art. That's sick right there.
Yeah, that is sick.
Yeah. So, been saving those. Had to show you guys some of that cool shit. Yeah. All right.
What they really were doing was, I'm going to start drawing the Death logo, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to change it to the Misfits.
Well, I thought this was interesting. This is popping up on my feeds all of a sudden now. The famous Operation Ivy, logo. And the Marvel Tales or the Spider-Man cover that it came from, Marvel Tales 210.
So crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
I've seen T-shirts already where it's like they put like Op Ivy or something like that.
Operation Spidey.
So
I sent a picture of that to Leg and he's like, ordered.
Yeah, Op Ivy's his favorite band, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, they're definitely a staple for California music and stuff like that, and especially for the crossover between punk and ska.
All right, so new comic book day. We got to talk about Absolute Batman number 23. Did you guys get a chance? Anybody get a chance to read it yet? It was awesome, wasn't it, Clutch? It was such a good issue, dude.
Yeah, this is good. I know a little bit about what's going on too, just from being able to be around Scott and stuff. He's said some things, and it's like, man, these guys, he's playing, he's having a good time with these things.
So it sounds like they're playing the long game too on this, right? You know, like
they have so many ideas. Like it's so fun to see these guys seemingly have, just a good time doing it. Good for them.
I agree. That's one of the things that makes it one of my. Seeing other people have fun, and you can tell when creators are having fun and creating something, because the quality is just so much better when they're doing something that you can tell they love it. The quality is just, it's there, it's undeniable. And both Snyder and Dragotta, the quality is just next level.
Yeah.
The storytelling, and not just the script. I'm also talking about Dragotta's, paneling and the art within those panels and the flow of the story that make comic books such its own unique art form. It's something special is going on with Absolute Batman. And here's the crazy part. If you would have told me, 5 years ago, hey, we're gonna come up with a Batman idea. It's a retelling of Batman where all of his enemies, all the main bad guys are like his friends from being a kid, and this and that, and like all the change. Like I would have been like, oh, it's gonna be very manga inspired, and Batman's gonna look like this, and the Robins are gonna be like this, and da da da. I would have been like, get the fuck out of here. I'd have laughed that person out of the building, And it really goes to show.
That description sounds like, what if you took Gotham and made it into a comic and then add all these other elements to it? It's what you kind of described to me. What I just heard.
It's it goes to show you, and it's something that it's a lesson that I've put a pin in it in my brain, that give something a chance, because I would have laughed that out the building if you would have told me about it. And I even remember when Absolute Batman came out being like, I don't like the look of this. And same, there's been many things that have happened like that way in my life where, I'm going to give it a chance, and it's just this amazing thing that I wouldn't want, my life without it type thing. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Absolute Batman is like. Now, a lot of people say that's the whole Absolute universe. For my taste, I think there's, Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Superman aren't bad, but Absolute Batman's on a different level, in my opinion. So,
honestly, I think this title's been having a huge success. Like recently, I went to go see Spider-Man with my brother. That was something that we used to do all the time. Like before I was on podcasting, was just doing going to comic shops and all that. And then I was like, okay, the theater we're near, I need to go pick up my box. And he was like, okay, cool. He actually ended up buying.
John's sleeping. He's snoring.
The trade paperback for Absolute Batman. Awesome.
Man, the Knicks suck, dude.
He woke up real fast.
You're just like, I'm gonna kill you.
But I mean, it's kind of cool to see
I'm
my
gonna
brother
that
getting
shit, bro.
It's kind of cool to see my brother getting back into comic books.
Sorry, John.
after not actively
go.
reading for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. All right, so Absolute 20, obviously 23 came out today. Lots of covers. I'm going to go over just a few of them. I will say this: there was a lot of really amazing cover picks this week for New Comic Book Day. This cover is gorgeous. This is Dexter Soy, and I fucking love this cover.
Yeah, that's cool.
A lot of Clayface covers this week, and most of them are really good. There's some that are exceptional, and this is one of them. Just exceptional. I love the color contrast with the rose and everyone's eyes being yellow, and just great cover right here. Fantastic. Next, come on. This is Francisco Tomaselli, and that is, we were talking about eyes earlier with Justin Jordan, and here's a perfect example of like just eyes and hands and eyes in weird places are creepy, you know? But that's a good cover. Really good.
It's like a puppet.
Next, this is Delato, and it's a 40th anniversary of Dark Knight Returns, and that is awesome.
That's badass.
Yeah. Excellent.
I mean, that's Dark Knight in a nutshell, right?
Yep.
Next.
Where's the trigger?
Ivan Tao. Excellent Ivan Tao. I wouldn't normally, I would,
cool.
If you saw that, most people wouldn't go, oh, Ivan Tao. You know, it's a different style.
Yeah. I like how all these artists that are kind of, somewhat known or whatever are trying things outside their norm. Like usually you would see like that weird, like elongated neck, exaggerated like body parts where it's not proportioned, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
the weird necks.
it's cool.
The weird chins, yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool to see artists trying different things.
And by the way, Clayface in this new Absolute is so cool. The way like he repeats everything that the other one said, and there's just something very. And Scarecrow is like such a formidable bad guy so far in Absolute that it's
super fun.
It is. All right, next we have, come on. This is Javi Fernandez. I like that. Next. Jeff Spokes. That's pretty cool, Jeff Spokes.
That's great.
Right? So, there's that. Next, Santa Fung. I love this. As soon as I saw this, I thought this was such a good. This is one of Santa Fung's best covers, in my opinion. Really, really good Clayface cover. I just love the look of these figures. I love the. It feels tormented. Very tormented. Next, we have a beautiful Mike Choi cover for Action Comics 1101. Shouting the vastness of space.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him post about this. It's so freaking good. Like,
yeah, we're gonna get Mike on hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I'll reach out to him. I would love to have him come hang out with us one Wednesday night. He seems like a really cool dude. Next, Mark Spears, Barbara Gordon. This is Barbara Gordon Breakout number 4. And I think he did a really good job on this one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Of course, John's going to come back as soon as we start talking about Mark Spears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a phone call.
The contrast with the background, and he does really good job on that one. Next, Dan Mora Clayface Celebrity Dirt number 2. There's a couple really good covers for Clayface Celebrity Dirt. This is the new series. That's really good.
I read issue 1. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. And then there's this cover by Del Mundo that is fantastic. The Hollywood sign, and it's all broken.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, that
To
cover
make
is
his teeth.
excellent. Very good.
Is there really a billboard at the top of the Hollywood?
No, that's radio towers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next, we've got Emperor Aquaman by Mark, and I love this. Love Black Manta is such a cool character to me. I always love that character. Very intimidating look. Just and a very evil character.
I love how Mark utilized the blue in this.
Yeah,
because Manta covers are usually pretty dark, right? With his outfit being all black. So I really like the contrast to this.
Alex says, I need some Mike Choi X23 OA. For those of you guys that don't know, Alex is one of the biggest X23 fans I know. And I would love to see you get your hands on some Mike Choi X23 OA, man. That would be epic.
Comparable to They Call Me Bruce? Because I know They Call Me Bruce has a pretty extensive collection.
I don't remember
too.
who's They Call Me Bruce. I don't remember They Call Me Bruce.
Maybe it's just a person that watches Long Story Short.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, maybe an old school flip side guy. Maybe that's what it is.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
Next we've got, so many good cover picks this week. This is Fury of Firestorm Brad Walker cover. There's a couple of really good Firestorm covers this week. That's beautiful.
Oh, I like all the red and black spots on that.
Stephanie Hahn's Supergirl. Mark did a Supergirl for this, but I really love this Stephanie Hahn's cover.
Oh, is this like a zoomed in version of Losh?
You know what? I think you might be right.
Like just being in space, sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It's a cool interpretation of it, though.
Yeah. Okay. Every single cover for Miles Morales Spider-Man #1 is excellent. This is Simone DeMeo cover. Fantastic. Just really perspective. Simone DeMeo is putting out these covers where the perspective is such a big part of the cover. And a lot of these Spider-Man covers, Miles Morales Spider-Man covers, are perspective, is a big part of it. But this one's really good. Next, there's so many good ones. This one is my pick of the week. Akko 1 in 25. That's a hit right there.
Yeah, it's got the Dominican flags.
Oh, bro.
I thought that was Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico. Such a good fucking cover.
Jesus. Tell me you're from Texas.
Hey, man. It all
I almost
looks
thought
the
it was
same.
a Texas flag at first.
It's all the same, bro. It's all the same. We all speak Spanish, bro.
It's really the Chile flag.
Could be.
Chili's?
Baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
Clip it.
I knew John pop in, dude. What'd you say?
All right.
No,
next.
he'll know what flag this is.
This is one of my books of the week right here, but it continues with this freaking Chrissy Zulu duck cover. Love it. But hold on, there's more. Just wait. There's more. How about a Kari Andrews, Mary Jane billboard cover?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
Nope. Hold on. I'm telling you, every cover for this series is good. This is a Luciano Vecchio cover, Stormbreakers cover. Look how cool that is. So futuristic.
Prime JP Comics.
This is very 2099-ish.
Yeah.
And then one of the best next to the Akko is the frickin' Lobos cover.
That's cool.
Yeah. Fantastic. There's a 1 in 100 of this, but just get the trade dress.
Lobos.
Yeah, look at you got the shirt on tonight. All right. This one's really good too. This is a foil, and if this hits the way Marvel foil covers have been hitting. Listen, Marvel storyline wise and writing wise has been garbage, but their covers and their foil covers have been awesome. They've got the better foil treatment than everybody else, I think. And I don't know who they're using or how they're using that makes it different, but Marvel's foil really pops, whereas everybody else's foil seems dull. And this is going to be a foil. This is Pere Perez. That could be like really, really good.
Should have been spot foil.
It almost looks like electricity.
Look at the Scotty Young, man.
Oh, you got it, John?
Oh, I got them all.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me look it up. Let me show this.
They
Oh wow.
You see how it just lights up just where the spider and all the
his eyes are. That's really good, dude.
When you let the light hit it, it just lights up in those areas, which is really cool.
That's nice.
That's badass, John.
Yeah, that's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I did it myself.
And then the Scotty Young, I love the Scotty. The color's really great on the skyline. How he's sitting upside down is cool.
Awesome sauce.
Next, this is Venom number 260, Mirko and Dolfo.
Oh, that's
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a 1 in 100, but buy the trade dress. It's cheaper.
So sick.
That was a good one, right? Panosian. Skulls and Syringes. That's a McClay cover.
Wait, so how does the syringe like penetrate his skin? Does it have to be like
Gotta be adamantium.
made out of adamantium?
Yeah.
Well, you can get through his skin.
His skin is not
his bones.
adamantium.
His bones, yes. So they
He
can't
has
do
regular
bone
skin and
marrow.
meat.
Yeah.
Oh, is this it?
Come
No
on,
bone
man.
marrow transplants.
Read the comic. Read the
for Wolverine.
The cover buyers.
Next,
So he can
Jock.
shoot up still. That's what I'm saying.
This
Oh,
is
look at
second
that.
cover of the week to me. Jock
Yeah,
did an
dude.
homage to Wolverine number 50, the Larry Hama era series issue. That's so great. The first die cut book I ever remember buying off the rack type, so to say. And this is a Marvel Games Jock variant for Wolverine number 25. And of course it is die cut and it is fantastic. And I will be getting a couple of these for sure.
Ooh.
Did you get any
So
of
it's
these,
like a
John?
tradition.
Which ones?
These ones? Were these available?
I got that one. Yeah, they were all available when I showed up, but I got that one that you're showing now.
So is it like die cut like the old school one?
Yes.
Or no?
Yep.
Oh, it
Yep.
is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's this one. This one's sick. This is the Netho DS 1 in 25. And this is, I just don't like how in the storyline, I haven't read it yet, but I don't like this bone claw where it's cut in half.
It looks
It's
like
just-
Stegman, doesn't it?
It looks like a lot of different artists,
Really
but
good.
Netho Diaz has put out some really good stuff. We've talked about him quite a bit over the last couple months.
Oh, who was that artist that got upset that on the profile picture?
I can't
of
remember
Wolverine?
that artist's name, but he never showed any proof of anything. He said everybody was ripping him off based on the teeth.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That was funny.
yeah.
Rob Liefeld.
Was it?
Bro, this is third cover of the week. Maybe it could with argument, could be 1, 2, or 3. This is a beautiful Lozano magic, 80s
I
magic
think that's the
variant.
cover of the week, man.
You think so?
See, if you had labeled this, like, was it Marvel doing the punk covers or whatever for a while?
Mm-hmm.
If you put that, if
No,
you
it
put
was
something like
DC.
this under that,
No,
It
it
was
was
DC.
DC that was doing it.
okay. I was gonna say if you put something like that under that banner, you know, that would have made sense to me. Not whatever DC was doing.
Lozano has killed these 80 covers.
They could have spot foiled this one with all that metal on her.
Yeah,
This
is-
that's a good idea, John.
I don't think people realize how perfect this is. The old school Christmas lights in a jam shack is something that every band has done, right?
I'm guilty for the last 4 rooms that I've been in. Like all
Old
have
school,
that.
old school Circle K cups and 7-Eleven cups that are empty or half filled with ashes and soda.
Yes. It just needs like a 6-pack of beer somewhere.
Lockheed as a plushie on one of the cabs or one of the heads.
Oh, and there's definitely no chairs in there. That's why everyone sits on top of amps.
Yep.
Like that's like a dead giveaway of a real jam space.
Damn, that's a good cover. And it continues because there's more coming up. He's got another one coming up shortly. This is a beautiful Joey Mad Nightcrawler cover.
That's so good.
Yeah. It's great to see Joe Madureira doing cover art again. Next, this is the other Lozano. This is the Mystique.
Yeah, I like that.
Man, he's just got such a great style.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about like really good artists to me stand out because like their style is unmistakable. You know what I mean? You know, you immediately know a Mark Spears cover when you see it. You immediately know a Sveta cover when you see it. You immediately know a Lozano cover when you see it. A Scotty Young, like they have this style that, and the lucky ones have that style from day one. You know, Joey Mad has that style.
Oh, you can thank the Mark Spears shirts for the bright colors on this cover. Because Lozano saw me wearing the Spears, the monster shirt. He's like, "Oh, I love those colors."
The pink and blue.
Yeah, it was the pink and blue shirt. So
I love the tennis bag says Mystique on it, and the tennis ball container says skulls.
Yeah,
and instead of skulls on her belt, she's got basketballs or tennis balls with a skull logo on them on her belt. Like that's the type of shit, like the little things, you know?
Yeah.
I always love Mystique because she has that skull belt, and he made her belt out of tennis balls, but the tennis balls have a skull logo on them. And her tennis racket has those colors, the blue, baby blue, the pink, and the yellow. Oh man. The little things. Next, this is there's a couple of really good covers of the Tokon fighting game one, and this Kamala Khan one is really good. There was a Magic one, but I wasn't a big fan of Kamala Khan at first, but I've slowly fallen in love with her power set and her design and her and her look, and I just think that's a good cover, and I can't wait to see. I'm gonna go check out some more gameplay of this Tokon fighting game because it looks fun. I don't know if I'll ever play it, but I'm one of those guys who loves to watch gameplay. Like I fell in love with watching Rivals gameplay because you can watch Marvel Rivals gameplay and as a comic fan and find all these cool moments within the game and the characters and how they do their specials that go, oh, that's cool. That's a throwback to this, or that look is a throwback. So, it's fun. That's why Twitch has become like such a big thing. Watching people video games. Oh, you might be not good at playing the video game, but it's still fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. King Alex says Tokon is an amazing game, and I need more. Let's see here. I need them to do more cover art. It's very similar to Marvel vs. Capcom.
Ooh, that's got me slightly interested.
Well,
that Invincible game is hard to play.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's not a walk in a park like where anyone that's played Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, any of those classic fighting games, it's already embedded the controls into your brain, right? With Invincible, it's like learning how to play a new fighting game.
Yeah.
But it's still a pretty good game overall.
Zabit says, I heard Tokon is having a rough launch. Some bigger fighting game streamers quit on it, saying the issues were too big. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what to be in.
Uh-oh.
All right. Next, we have X-Men Unlimited #6 Torrin Clark variant. Excellent. Fantastic. But this fucking box right here in the bottom right. I mean, this cover is so damn good. Just put that damn box or that damn barcode on the back. Like, figure out a way to, like, that cover is so good. Damn, that's a good cover.
I can't wait to see an artist like blend in the barcode into their art one day.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Cool. Dork #7, 2 covers. This cover by Brett Bean is fantastic. Fantastic. Look how cool that bad guy character looks in the background. Swamp monster type deal. So cool. I just love that cover. And then you've got the Frank Cho cover. And for those of you guys that might not realize this, Frank Cho, this is a perfect style comic for Frank Cho art, as Liberty Meadows was like an early cartoon pinup style art comic, and like perfect for Frank Cho.
Yeah, it's so good.
But that bog monster character looks really cool. Next we have Tales of the Gunslinger, Patrick Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, that's sick.
Beautiful. Exquisite Corpses, Rascal Randy #2, Dylan Burnett cover. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Very menacing. Love the use of the shade, the shadows and the glasses. Very reminds me of like the Sin City movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Rascal Randy #2, Tyler Boss 1 in 10. Love it.
That's cool.
Life magazine, old school Life magazine style homage. Very, very cool.
Very nice. Very vintage.
But is it Live magazine or is it Live?
Yeah. G.I. Joe, second print, 330, Tomb Raider. Great cover other than her face. Her face is a little rough. Little rough. Everything else about it is a 10.
Just got a package.
Chris Mooneyham.
Good what?
Got a little bit of one.
There's a pouch there.
Yeah, a couple of them. Speaking of G.I. Joe 331, this is the Lee Weeks and Dave Stewart cover, and it is fantastic. They did a black and white of it too. I'll show you the black and white.
Looks like they're in space, dude.
Check out the black and white. The black and white's just as good.
Man, I think I like that one better.
I do too.
Yeah.
I like the black and red.
I like how the black and white goes with the trade dress too.
Yeah.
And this one's a regular open order too. The 1 in 10 is very interesting. Did you guys see this? Nimit Malavia, we talked about it. This is called the Secret Dossier variant.
That's cool.
I feel like John at 616 is, even though we dog 616 over here, I feel like he watches the show because I believe what we were talking about Jordan Noir like months ago, and now Jordan Noir is on variant covers. Look how good these. I think those are dope. And then Transformers #35. This 1 in 25 cover is so fucking good. Optimus versus Soundwave. Just beautiful. The colors, how the yellow background. Ravager and what's the other ones?
Laserbeak.
Laserbeak. Yeah. I love how they're at the bottom getting ready to fucking jump in the fight.
Reenacting my childhood there, playing with my toys.
Here's the rest of the covers. I really like the Nakayama A cover too. This is really good.
That's good. He's so good on these.
Yeah, Nakayama. Surprisingly, I wouldn't think that if you said, "Yeah, we're gonna get Nakayama to do Transformer covers," I'd be like, "Huh?" You know, it wouldn't. And again, here's a perfect example of, you wouldn't think that would be a really good pairing of, artist to IP, but he did a really good job with this.
Come on, man. He's Asian. He definitely grew up with like mech bots.
This is the one that a lot of people I've heard talk about, the Matthew Waite one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then this is interesting. I love this cover. Yumi 00X. And I love that. She's got the candy heart on her tongue like that.
Is it Yumi or Yummy?
Yumi or Yummy, I don't know. This is Balladary.
Nicoletta, man.
Yep. There you go, Hood.
Oh, you know she's definitely candy flipping.
Yep. And then our boy Flops has got a killer Godzilla comic. Let me show you this one. Godzilla's Monster Piece Theater presents Roar of the Worlds.
Dude, I like that one, dude.
I love this one. This is Flops. Look at this one, though. This is Tom Scioli. Oh,
I like that.
the colors, the
like
old school scroll look.
War of the
World's monster, or War of the World's
cool.
bots.
The like Japanese wave style at the bottom.
Yeah, everything about this is just awesome.
And how it's
So-
like super flat, just like Japanese art would be.
So both of those are good. And then this one is interesting. Innards, number 3, Sam Lofty.
Ooh, that's awesome.
All right.
Damn.
And then this one's cool. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Laugh Comics 166 facsimile, the Beatles Archie issue, and they did a Sgt. Pepper's facsimile and an Abbey Road facsimile. But I love the Sgt. Pepper's one. Supposedly, it's supposed to be there's a foil version of this. I don't know how good it's going to look, but that's pretty good.
So which characters were taken out or censored out?
What do you mean?
Just joking.
Oh.
Because like the original Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club had people that were taken out of the picture.
And then there is a lot of people talking about 2 books out this week. The Frizen cover, and then the other black bag cover. What did you guys see the Frizen cover? The scissoring cover?
We saw the
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
Scissor?
Yeah, let me show you.
You need to stop. You need to stop leaving.
Joe, by the way, preface this. Everyone, this is art.
Thank you, bro.
Scissors?
Yeah.
This is
Scissors.
Yeah. This is art. Google, this is art.
Yeah.
It is a published art piece.
Or easily embarrassed, hide your eyes, stop this now.
Hold on here. Wait, ooh, what just happened? What just happened? Search James.
He's right there. At the top.
All right. I don't know why that did that. All right, here we go.
Careful, Joe.
If you are under 18 or easily embarrassed, hide your eyes, stop this now. But if you do want to see the Jenny Frizen black bag variant for Gastronomique 1, here it is.
Fristering.
Out of the blind bag.
Yeah, I saw that.
Frizzering.
You have the cover
Frizzering, yeah. Frizzering.
cardboard to keep it safe from prying.
That cardboard piece is really, really cool image as well. You know, the old school, like 1700s English, medical diary thing.
Eyes.
I wonder if the
But,
OA is available for this.
It is definitely a typical Frizen masterpiece.
What do you think there, Hood?
Definitely going to appeal to a certain, but it is.
Damn.
Hardcore scissor.
So there's that.
Muted Joe's been.
I know, right? There's that one, and then there's this book called Regicide.
I've never seen Joe turn that shade of red before.
Regia.
Oh, there you go.
They look pretty happy, dude.
It better be.
All right,
dark
so this
cover.
one's crazy. Sean Hudachko on after last night's show in the back room showed us this cover, and this cover right here, which you can't see because it's all blacked out, is fucking crazy. It is absolutely crazy. There's so many buttholes and so many vaginas and so many boobies in this one image, and they're not good. They're not good. They're
Not good buttholes.
no. They're fucking ugly, and they scare
That's an ugly
you.
butthole.
And they scare you, bro. Even the vaginas and the boobies are
Hey,
ugly.
well, let's
and
see
scary.
it, bro.
And
Let's
so
see
it's like
it.
humans-
I want to see
there's
an
a-
ugly butthole. Let's
There's
go.
a
So it's like
vagina
human-
tail hand thing, and
Party on.
So it's like human centipede, but even grosser.
it's
Oh,
no,
wow,
you're
no, I don't
100%.
want
It's
that.
human centipede, but instead of ass to mouth, mouth to ass, it's like torso to torso to torso to torso, butthole to butthole to butthole. It's-
Lord.
Well,
yeah,
I'm glad they made a comic book of it.
right. Regicide. What is this about? It says here, a farmhand lives a simple life until village elders insist he set out for the capital with a dangerous stranger. Their mission, kill the murderous viceroy of Transylvania. It's Dracula meets Berserk in this dark fantasy series full of sexy entities and betrayal. There ain't nothing sexy about this, you guys. Trust me. Ain't
You
nothing
betrayed
sexy.
me.
Yeah. Whew. Zabit says Brian beggars can't be choosers, still would.
Had to be there. Had to
Woo.
be there.
Ooh. It is
Oh, the
gross.
Betrayal. What'd
So
you think
that's-
of Regina's side?
Is that the cover
Regicide.
that's inside the poly bag?
Regicide?
It
It
is.
has. That's
It's
this
such
thing blocking it.
betrayal, Brian.
But even the artwork blocking it is kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, that's kind of cool artwork, actually.
Yeah.
That one's cool. But
So I
the
guess that's.
yeah, if you open that, bro,
Gaga.
it's gonna be nightmares, dude. So be careful. You might not
Gaga.
sleep tonight. You might have to
So I'll leave it sealed.
yeah, you might have to leave that one sealed because it is fucking rough, dude.
Fuck
Joe's
that.
kicking the floor. He's like, I want to see it.
That's why I'm kicking the floor, man. It's like, why do I want to see it?
Oh man, that's fucking terrible. It was pretty rough to say the least. So
Yeah, I got a lot of fucking books.
yeah. But you know, they're trying different things. I get it. Whatever. They're trying different things. It is what it is.
Hey,
So.
you know, so I've got a monthly subscription to Quick Quack, the car wash place. Where you just drive your car through there, and it's like $31, right? So my
Mhm.
wife, she goes, you know, you can add me to that. And I was like, no, I think it's a charge. She goes, no, a friend of mine said that like her husband added her and it's like no charge. And I go, no, I think there's a charge. So I look at my bill, it's like $50. And you know, my wife, she went and got into my app and added her car in there, dude. Oh, hell no,
Awesome.
bro.
You guys got any pickups? Anybody got any pickups this week?
Yes.
Did I show
Yes?
off my PSA stuff?
Well, no, but we need you to show it off. So let's let John
Yeah,
start
you
here.
Show it up, Yee.
Go ahead there, John. You're up
Oh
first.
shit! He went right on me right away.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right, I got this. This is from I want to call, I think 1998. I'm wondering if this is before they call it San Diego. It's LA
right back.
convention. This was an exclusive that dropped at that show. So never seen it before. I saw it in an auction and I grabbed it.
Dude, that's
It's
badass.
a Night of the Living Dead cover that I've never seen before.
Yeah, that's cool shit.
So yeah, I really like that. It kind of looks like a 1980s rock cover
Yeah.
or something, right?
Looks like a poster.
And then I caught this. This is probably perfect timing. I had this pulled. Hey, this is Comic Reader from 1978, issue number 154, which is a Jim Starlin cover, Ghost Rider. And, Ghost Rider stuff is really hot right now. So
Looks like about a 6'5".
yeah, I can't show this cover because it's got some nudity. I grabbed one of these I found digging.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's pretty.
This is the first Black Panther son from that multiverse crossover they did. So this is the free version, and it's got a gold background, which is different than the actual release cover. Then I like finding these photo covers. So I was digging and found the Chris Hemsworth Thor from the first movie photo cover.
Did you know there's a newsstand for that?
And this one's not the newsstand. And then I got the second print of Odin, which is even tougher to find.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, grab that one. And then I found a Jenny Frison, Something That's Killed in Children number 11 variant, which doesn't show up much, but since they've been optioned, like these books are just disappearing. I grabbed this at Hot Flips.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Pre
this
Swamp Thing prototype.
Yeah, this predates also Man Thing from Marvel, and this is actually Man Thing from Marvel. If you look at that art, there's nothing that separates this art from the actual Man Thing. So I don't know what kind of a lawsuit that is, but grab this too, little vintage, Vault of Horror. And then I don't know if this fascinates anybody, but little pulp. Yeah, pulps. So grab those. I wound up getting a nice package deal from a guy at the show. And that's it.
Nice.
Oh, and I grabbed
You've been
this
hanging out. You've been hanging out with Longshort and Carter too much.
This is that Hell Destroyer. I think I got this on his site.
Sosamica, yeah.
Yeah, the Sosamica Red Sonja. So really nice. Well done.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
All right, E, you're up.
Okay. So I did a submission to PSA in June, and I got this at the end of July. So I decided to grade this the Hack Slash of Oz. Debatable the first.
It is not debatable. It is the first drawn second release.
It's debatable. Let's debate it.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, but yeah, I happened to buy a copy quite a while ago, and I was like, let me see what this grades at, and I probably should have sent it to Joe first. But I also got the glow in the darks flop, Something That's Killing the Children.
Oh, sweet.
I don't. Clutch, did you send me this book?
No,
I think so. I think we got some from Greg. From Boom.
Yes. There you go.
Okay. Yes. So big shout out to Greg
and Clutch
and everyone. Yeah, for hooking it up because I couldn't make it to New York Comic Con last year. Here's a cool book from the Battle Beast blind bags that Clutch did. So in that pack I ended up with the Invincible 120, and this hit a PSA 9.8.
That's awesome.
So no press. Yep. So pretty stoked about that. I submitted a total of 10 books, and I will say that PSA has changed up how they ship comics now. So it's not. So I don't know if anyone received a shipment from them within the first batch, first few batches they were grading, where they sent those way too big boxes with the foam cutouts and then there's like a huge gap between each book. All kinds of things could happen in transition especially with that many slabs, that kind of packaging. I mean, luckily from I'm guessing California to Texas, it's shipped out pretty safe because none of the books ended up right next to each other or anything like that. They do still put this weird saran wrap in this like QP bag. So, old school Momoko, Silver Surfer Black, some of her early Marvel work. This hit a 9.6. Y'all probably know I'm a pretty big Derek Chu fan. So sent out this Street Fighter sci-fi. This is limited to 333. I still have the COA too. I did not send the COA to PSA. I kept it on the side because I knew I'd get the books back eventually. Those that follow me on Instagram probably saw this book. This is the Pinup Apocalypse red foil Sveta book. So this is limited to
25,
50, I think, or something like that. So it's a spot foil, as you can see.
Was that the thank you variant? That
No,
was
so it wasn't the thank you variant that Adam and Sveta and Andrew sent out. This was from their mystery box. And then who doesn't remember these? The Elvira.
Oh yeah,
Adam
those are
Hughes.
great.
So this is just the regular.
Oh, it's not the metal.
It's not the metal. Ooh, these are really cool. Okay, and my last two books, these were the. Do you remember how we got the artist proofs of the Garrett Gunn Ashcan books? Where it's this is number 8. I think Brian got. I don't remember what number Brian got, and Lay got a set. So this is the witch, and then this is the vampire. So
nice.
those each hit 9.8s. So the only grades I didn't get 9.8s on were the Silver Surfer Black and the Hack Slash Prison. So out of 10 books, 8 hit 9.8s. So my submissions to PSA have been pretty good. I mean,
sounds like it. Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm typically really careful on which books I select to grade, unless it's just something I've always wanted to have graded. So, but I'm starting to whittle down my pile of books to grade for 2026. But yeah, I've had no issues using PSA. But yeah, they do pack them now, like kind of all like this together, and it's super bubble wrapped, and then it's like in stacks of 5. Is what they do now. So
how fast is the turnaround, Yi?
It was like 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So I don't know how many business days that is, but I submitted it at the beginning of June and I got it at the end of July.
20 business days.
Sick shirt, by the way. Show everybody your shirt there.
Oh, my puppy.
Yeah.
My puppy skull shirt.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
dude, that's awesome. Dude.
Yeah. So I wore this to a family event, and then like all my family was like, they're like, oh, I love the puppies. I love the puppies, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, it's a cool shirt. And then like no one saw the skull like out of it. I was like, kind of like, how are you not seeing the skull? Like my mom's like, it's pretty obvious. I was like, I thought it was too. I thought it was just wearing a shirt with but just puppies on it. So I was like, kind of like, okay.
I mean, the way Marvel was going, Yi, for a while when they were all woke and everything, I'm surprised that wasn't the Punisher new logo.
Clutch, you got any?
This is officially
you
a
got any
Marvel
pickups?
license.
Clutch.
I did find the things that we didn't get to talk about last San Diego.
Ooh.
So.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
The pickup of the
Yes,
night,
yes.
of the week, of the month.
That's
That is
incredible.
fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Sveta Shabina
So good.
sketch cover. How much of that sketch cover was the pink on the sketch cover, or did she add all that pink?
That pink's all added on there.
Oh,
That's sick.
she is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think like there's very few sketch covers that you'll get that will beat that. And that's pretty damn close. Suspiria.
Yeah,
That is up.
Suspiria.
Oh my god, those are like neck and neck. Holy shit.
Yeah. So
Oh my
pretty
god.
awesome to get. That's a good San Diego.
Bro,
Right.
I'm so jealous of both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to Adam
awesome.
for helping hook that up. And then shout out to Safaria. So
Shout out to
good.
Susie. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
amazing.
dude. That's
Hood, you got
badass.
any pickups, Hood?
I've got the Benitez books that I had picked up. But they're in the other room.
Gotcha.
I'll have them for Saturday.
All
That's
right,
what I'm hearing.
so I've got a stack of books here. But before I get into that stack of books, I want to talk about something kind of special here. I've talked about Nate, our boy Nate, Trial by Gods, who's just an amazing human being, let alone has an amazing collection. There's something special about Nate and other people that do this that I want to try and do my best to emulate. And that is Nate will send you something and he'll add a note to it. It'll be a note that is like either handwritten or typed out that is very personal and says, you know, he's very thankful and appreciative and this is why I wanted to give it to you. Da, da, da. And there's something special about that shows a lot of
Class.
yeah, a lot of class. And I got one of those along with some books that I'm going to show you in a second here. And Carl from 247 Comics, 24/7 Comics, I'm putting you on Front Street, and I hope that doesn't piss you off, but I think this is worthy of doing this. He sent me a note along with the books he sent me, and he says, "Hi, Brian. I wanted to properly thank you for stopping by our booth early at San Diego Comic-Con. I had stopped by his booth. I went in on preview night, and of course, I always go to Brian Polito's booth first, then Alex Pardee, then I hit up Sveta's Adams booth. I stopped by, said hello to Clutch, and then I walked around and I saw 24/7 Comics booth and went up and talked to Carl. Carl was sitting there, and Carl says, I wanted to properly thank you for stopping by our booth early at San Diego Comic-Con. Your words of encouragement gave us the fuel to keep pushing and promoting our creators the rest of the weekend. And honestly, that moment was a personal highlight for the whole con for me. I'm sending over the rest of our books, along with the serialized number version of New Men Special Number 1 and a set of our fall collection cover collection cards. Small tokens of appreciations for smoking us out. And shout out to Carl. I really needed it to close out the con. I'm grateful to have gotten to know you better on this trip, and I'm looking forward to catching up at the next con. Best, Carl, 247 Comics. And there's something special about that. And I would suggest, not only do I need to emulate this more, but I would suggest other people emulate this, because this is something that I'm going to keep it physically, but I'm going to keep it here. It means a lot, and for both of us. So these are what he sent me, and you guys already seen. I picked up the Major League homage covers that Mannix did for them, which were awesome. But he also sent me these. Absolutely beautiful. The Godtail cover. Godtail cover. Godtail. Absolutely gorgeous stuff.
Wow.
This is the Lucas Lee Garza New Men series that they're doing, which is the Liefeld series from back in the day that they're redoing. So they sent me that one. Which
I have a question. Did you go around like doing the scavenger hunt that they had?
I did not go around doing the scavenger hunt, but I thought that was pretty interesting. I did see a couple of people come up to Clutch looking for scavenger hunt stuff from 247. But just very, very cool. For them to not only send me those books, because I was just so blown away by the way that they showed out at the con. They also sent me these cool cards. Very, very cool. All right. So I got a bunch of these cards.
Nice.
Then, along those lines, first of all, I want to thank Big Clutch. I don't tell this guy enough, even though he might think it, but I don't tell this guy enough how much I appreciate him. And so I'm going to say it again right now, and I'll let everybody know. For those of you guys who don't know, Clutch is a unicorn. Clutch is one of those people that you meet in your life that you know right off rip is somebody that you want to have be part of your life, whether that's friendship, business-wise, whatever. He's one of those guys. And I didn't get to spend enough time with him at the con that I wanted to because he was busy. He was doing business stuff. I wish I would have told him more at that time how important he is. But I think he knows it. But you guys need to know how important Clutch is to not just me, but all of us. It was kind of cool because Tom had stopped by his booth and had dropped off these covers to me, and Clutch sent them to me. And I again, not only did Clutch send these to me after Tom dropping them off, but he hooked up my buddy with a pass for the day. It was his first time at Comic-Con, which was amazing. And I didn't get enough time to spend with Clutch at the con because he was so busy. But you guys need to know how important Clutch
I would have made it a point to hang out with Clutch, dude. Like,
so shout out
I don't
to
think
Tom,
you tried hard enough.
Comic Tom, for dropping these off with Clutch and Clutch sending these to me. Thank you so much, bro. And thank you to Tom
Those
for
are
these
nice.
because these are absolutely beautiful and some of the books of the con, to say the least. Great job,
so
Mark.
cool.
And then
That's sweet.
yeah. I got these. Now shout out to Big Leg. I did get these, which are nice.
Badass.
But this is the next thing. So I did a Kickstarter for these. This is the Punchline and Vaudevillians series. And I signed up for this Kickstarter. Now, this is some constructive criticism. I love the look of the series. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to read it. But I love the look of this and the idea of it. It seems very, very cool. I got the signed copies. Here you guys can see. And that's the Gonzo. Right?
Oh, cool.
That's so
And
good.
that's the Gonzo. And that one. But the only problem with these is they sent it in just an envelope, like a cardboard, not just a paper envelope, which is good, but it was a cardboard envelope. But they were just floating around in the envelope, and a lot of them got trashed. The corners got messed up. So I'll reach out to them and let them know in a constructive way that, hey, you got to remember that a lot of people who are buying your comics not only want them to read, but the vast majority want them to collect and in high grade. And you would do better sending these in a Gemini rather than just an envelope where they fly around everywhere. If you're going to be running a Kickstarter or anything, try and especially if it's something collectible, try and do your best to send it to them in a way where the condition is going to be realized as like you care about the condition, because a lot of people are buying it based on that. But I'll check it out. This is an interesting series. That's Punchline and the Vaudevillians. That was the Kickstarter.
Hey, Brian, I forgot to show. I picked up some books from Steven.
Oh,
remember when he
yeah.
had those long boxes of Mama books? So.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve. So he hooked me up with this one. Mama, J. Scott Campbell, Danger Girl, G.I. Joe. It's one of my favorites. Got another one.
Classic.
And this sketch.
Oh, the sketch ones aren't those?
Oh,
those
that
are
sketch
really,
is
those are rare, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mama. And then I found the Zombie Tramp. That one.
That is
pretty
beautiful
cool.
with the jack-o'-lantern, bro. I gotta find me one of those. Who did that cover?
This looks like Big K. and Chadzudis
So Chat
together.
Yeah,
It looks like it.
that's cool.
I'll find out. This Art Adams.
Oh, beautiful. Deja Thoris, Warlord of Mars and Deja Thoris.
Another Campbell.
Oh yeah, love that.
And Snow White.
Ooh, bro, you
Mama.
found all these at Most Wanted?
Yeah. And then this early David Nakayama.
That's cool.
Would he let you buy them? Like, that's crazy. Why would you?
Yeah.
Do that?
I bought them. And then this one, I love
Oh
this
my
one.
gosh. Who did
Early
that?
Campbell.
Is that
That's
Campbell? Wow. Fantastic.
This is Campbell from. Shit, I forgot the year. Oh, look at this Campbell. Bam.
Wow.
Mama.
Wow.
Daisy Dukes.
Man, I forget how good those Zenoscope books were that he did, those covers he did for Oz and
Yeah, that's it.
oh wait, go back to that G.I. Joe. I didn't see how good is you got that at that from that collection, bro?
Mm-hmm. He hooked me up, man.
Bro, that book is so rare.
Well, he was going to comp it. We were looking on eBay, and there wasn't any sales on this.
No, yeah, it doesn't show up very often.
That's wild.
So this is my third one.
Really, bro?
So I need to get these autographed, dude.
Yes. Yes.
It's my third one. I was gonna say, how much does it take to like stumble like Red Hood and on like finding him a Jason
like
Campbell book he
you're
doesn't
going
have?
through this. Like for me, like Campbell's my guy. I said, Steven, I can't leave without this. And he goes, well, I can't find any comps on it. If I told you what he sold this to me for, you would be shocked.
$7.
That would be you got to tell us.
$7.
20
$10.
bucks.
20
I was gonna
bucks.
say
That guy
10.
in the nuts.
Oh my gosh,
20
dude.
bucks. Ask him.
I think you.
That's the way you keep customers. The Hood is already a customer for life, but if he wasn't before that, he definitely is now.
Steve does the shit that like what was Batman's guy that did the weapon? Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Lucius
he's
Fox.
like, hey,
Yeah.
dude, I'm done. I don't want to. Well, you might kind of like to see a couple of things over here. You know what I mean? Would show him all these cool things. But that's kind of how Steven does it. Hey, I bought a collection. You want to see it? Because I'm on my way out the door, and my wife's texting me, and he goes, "Hey, I forgot to tell you, I picked up this collection." And you pull out this book. It's got some mamas in it. Dude. And then I'll be there another 30 minutes. Just picking up more books. Oh, and
I think you owe him at least 10 pressings.
And then, oh, dude, I owe him a lot of pressings. Got a Simbi. And then, oh, yeah, I picked up this one. I like this one. This almost like a negative space.
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty cool.
And that's it. Well, I got to go tomorrow. I'll probably pick up
So-
some books tomorrow.
Did you open up your swimsuit blind bags?
Not yet.
Well,
I
I've
don't
got
want to,
one headed
man.
your way. We're gonna have to open the. You can need to do a video when you open those, bro.
I know Scott wants me to
Yeah.
crack them open.
Hell yeah. All right, before we call it a night, there's a couple of things I just want to show real quick. I got these messages in. This is from King Alice. He said, you got to show this shirt. Clutch might like it. I like it. I'm a huge fan of Dinosaur Jr. I love Dinosaur Jr. back in the day.
So epic.
What a great old school shirt, dude. Feel the Pain is one of the greatest songs ever. Classic Dinosaur Jr. song. And then finally, this was super cool. So this is by IG called Art of Silence, Don Jason Hall. And he does these cool like patch style art. And he did a dork blind or a dork sketch cover. And I love this. Not only did he change the trade dress into that patch style art looking thing, but look at the sketch cover.
That's so good.
Bro, that is really good.
Fantastic.
Wall patch. DJ Wall patch or Hall patch. What is that? Wall
It's
patch?
Wall patch. And it says it was sold. As soon as he put it up, it's sold. But a beautiful sketch cover on a dork issue. And I love how he kind of gave that same treatment to the trade dress. Just a really good job at doing a commission on a sketch cover or a sketch on a sketch cover. Just great job. So, and I love how you put after Brett Bean on it, showing love to the creator, and just really good job all around. So great job on that one. The Art of Silence, aka Don Jason Hall. Make sure you guys are following him on IG. That being said, tomorrow night I will be doing a no, not a card sale. Unfortunately, I was supposed to do a card sale on Monday, but I went down. I got home from helping my parents with some stuff. Got home, and my whole freaking downstairs kitchen was flooded. My toilet flooded in my downstairs, so I had to clean up. It was a fucking nightmare, dude. Such a nightmare. Now I got to get like the whole downstairs bathroom fixed and everything. It was just a nightmare. So I will be doing a card sale on Monday, but I will be doing a sale tomorrow night on Whatnot, comic wise, with all the San Diego Comic-Con variants, including these right here. The Dungeon Crawler Caro variants that Rupp, Clutch, and Leg did. I'll have a couple of those available for anybody that missed out on those, and a bunch of other San Diego variants, including some Mark Spears ones and others. So make sure you guys, I dropped the link in the chat just now. Go bookmark it. That'll be on Whatnot Thursday night. And then I'll be back on eBay Live on Sunday night. Everybody that ordered books this last Sunday on eBay Live, those books should be out in the mail Friday morning. I should have them out in the mail. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's helps not only support me but the channel and buying books and cards from me. Clutch, do you have any sales coming up in the next couple days?
I have one tomorrow night as well.
There we go. What time are you doing your sale tomorrow night?
Probably, I think Legs out, so I was gonna do probably a little bit earlier, like 6:30, I think. So
okay, so I'll be doing probably right after Clutch around that time.
I'll be on eBay Live, so you'll be on Whatnot.
Yeah, so you guys can go back and forth between the two. Are you gonna do anything over the weekend?
Pro tip: use the computer on one device for the other.
Yeah,
exactly.
What'd you say, Clutch, on the weekend? Anything on the weekend?
Possibly, yeah. I've got a lot to I'm still literally I haven't unpacked boxes in San Diego. I'm so far behind, so a lot of work to still do. So,
bro, you I hope you guys are going and checking out Big Clutch Comics, not only his live sales, but go to Big Clutch Comics. You can still find some of the books are available over the past couple of months that Clutch has been doing, which is amazing. He's got some of those amazing Pete Carroll variants for Exquisite Corpses.
That Exquisite Corpses still available?
I know, right? Any of them. He's got the Jonathan Knight Scarlet variant still available. He's got all of these pieces. So go and take a look, bigclutch.com. Some of them are sold out, but some of them are still available, and I'm sure there's very low quantity on some of this stuff. So if you guys want to get it, right now's the time. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw, but Pete is now getting closer to that big time. He had a beautiful 1 in 25 variant coming out for a new series. What's that new series called?
Oh God, it's a Skybound one.
Skybound book. Yeah,
Steve
I forget what
one, right?
What is it?
It's a one from Steve Scrochi, right?
Yes. I forget the name right now, but it's a great 1 in 25 variant. And now he's going by Peter Carroll, and I don't blame him because he's in the UK. He doesn't know who this Pete Carroll American football coach is, but we all do. But now he's saying, you know what, I'm going to go by Peter Carroll. And I give him respect for that. I get that. So make sure you guys go check out all the Pete Carroll or the Peter Carroll variants on Big Clutch's site, because he is probably one of the top 5 most underrated comic book artists in the game. So,
JP Comics is asking Terminal?
Not Terminal, no. Not Terminal. No. Did you sell out of all the Terminal variants?
So I have stuff. here that I need to put online. I just have not been able to with the amount of stuff I've had to kind of get through.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, man. Manning a booth at San Diego Comic-Con is a ton of work. And not only that, but then having to come back and like package and ship all the books that you had for sale on your website over San Diego Comic-Con. Man,
it was a lot, but like some of those guys like Trinity and like I think in Xavier from Night of Comics, they both posted like I think Xavier had like 16,000 books that they had to ship out after the show.
Whew.
Holy
that's
Trinity
fucking
was like
crazy,
12,000. Dude. Davis probably had 100,000. I don't know how many books that guy had. He had so many books.
So I have to know where all these retailers are finding these Oompa Loompas that are packaging up all their packages.
Dude, honest to God, let me know too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, man. It's even though it's a lot of work, I'll say this, it's very exciting and fun to watch, and it makes me very proud for my friends to see my friends do like winning, #winning, as Jesse James would say. You know, Clutch, Davis Ryder, Tom, Big Leg, Trinity Comics, Drew from Wanted Comics, James at Hive, Rabbit Comics. You know, there's Hell Destroyer. There's so many friends that I've made in this comics world that it's really cool to see those friends winning and doing well. And, you know, it's fun to watch. So, but that being said, before I call it a night, I want to say thank you to everybody that supported this channel and this brand, including these guys on the stage with me right now. You know, there's something special going on over here. And I was watching a podcast today, and they said on the podcast, there's something special when you go on a podcast and it feels like just hanging out and having fun with your friends rather than a job. And every show I do with these guys feels like I'm just having fun hanging out with friends. And I can't thank them enough. Hood, thank you. Yee, thank you.
Man,
John,
thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Clutch, thank
Love you, bro.
you. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Shout out to Official Music Pub for not only being part of the channel and moderating, being a co-host, but also gifting 20 memberships tonight. Shout out to Rye for multiple super chats tonight. Dominic Glover, thank you for the super chats. Night of Comics, shout out Xavier for the super chats. Brad Selden, appreciate you, bro. You're a big part of this channel, and we appreciate you immensely. Jersey to the Bay, Alex Lodemeyer. Alex, thank you so much. Make sure you guys go check out Alex's our eBay page. Alex, make sure you post a link to your eBay page if you're still watching. He's got some great stuff over there. And Red Hood, thank you so much, man, for just being here.
Yeah,
love
man.
you, bro. So
Love you too,
there's
man.
people listening? I thought we were just hanging out.
that being said, we'll see you guys soon. Adios.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.